Jack's RPG Podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Why, hello.
Hello!
Welcome to the second session. Someone turned down the headphones. Welcome to the second session of our L5R game, Dissension.
Dissension.
Games.
Two games. Dissension.
We're doing this in Fantasy Flight Games beta of Legend of the Five Rings
Yes.
with their dice mechanic.
Luffer. Oh,
And we have players.
And I fixed that. I tried to fix that because it wasn't centered. I guess
know,
it plays
it's
there
a
now.
little-
All right.
The thing got bumped.
I got it.
We have players.
It is I, Kadave, playing Ichiro, the previously Isawa Elementalist, but now friendly neighborhood Inukai Elementalist.
With one arm.
With one arm.
Not tied behind his back.
Not two arms. Sorry.
I'm playing Kazuki Shiba, who is a Shiba Guardian, which is basically Yojimbo, and he's a big mountain of a man, and he's mute, and he is in Dave's charge, or his charge is Dave. Either way, he got assigned to protect Dave's character.
Yes.
He's also fairly jovial.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm Kimmy.
Your mic's not working.
Okay. Here, I'll take the one from next to me.
Is it?
Oh, I mean, put the wrong one on. That's why.
Bum, 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 bum.
There you go.
Look at me.
Heyo.
And I'm Kimmy.
Still Kimmy.
Is this one working?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
good.
working fine.
And I'm Kimmy. And I play Makiko. I am an ex-crab Bushi, and
She pinched.
Hey.
A pinch.
and straight to the point, no frills like most crab. Large, fighty woman.
Large.
Who I'm haunted by my father. He's not super happy that I left the crab clan to join the crane clan.
Not metaphorically haunted. You
no,
are
he,
legitimately haunted.
He's there all the time. He's very yelly. It's a thing. Yes, it is.
All right. And does anyone remember what happened last time?
We arrived at the castle, or the keep
Yes.
of... What's it?
Wait.
Shurafutsuku?
Okay.
On the way in, though, we found that fields had been burnt
All right.
in excess, apparently by crab forces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll back up one more step.
Yeah.
We are as Ronin have learned that the Inukai Valley has been accepting Ronin.
Did someone correct you on how to say Ronin?
No.
Okay.
Is that how you're supposed to say it? I'm saying Ronin because that's what I've heard.
Ronin, and so we basically went there to apply for a job, because if you're wandering around without a masterless samurai, eventually you're just going to die a miserable death or kill yourself. So we decided, we all sort of met on the road, headed towards Inukai. So as I was headed towards Crane Lands, I met a man with 7 wives and 7 wives. Anyway, how many were going to Crane Lands? You remember that? Do you guys know that nursery rhyme?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. All right.
No.
And so we go there, and then we had to stand outside the gate and loudly seeing after seeing all the burnt fields, loudly proclaim our sins and our faults and the reason that we are Ronin. And what did you say? It was our worst.
You're failing at
failings.
Bushido.
Yes.
The failings of Bushido.
That's what we need.
The tenants of Bushido.
The tenants of
on the wall.
Bushido on the wall.
Our Bushido post.
I have one printed out. I don't know where it went.
I think it's in the booth.
I don't know.
From the last time around.
No, that got taken down.
Oh.
That's been years.
So in my case, I wrote a haiku in the mud, and they let me in. And in Dave's case, he had to tell the
first
truth.
Figured it out first.
He had to figure it out.
I mean, we kind of figured it out, but I just was like, no, I already said my sins. No, I really did.
No, okay.
No.
And then Kimmy being a crab, sat there stoically for 2 days.
I thought it was 3. Wasn't it 3?
No, because it was the
It was 2?
most
Okay.
dramatically appropriate amount of time.
Okay. All right.
I think it was sundown on the second day, though.
Yeah, it was like the end of the. Like it was like we made it wait.
And then she finally accepted her fate.
Yeah.
And we all got handed swords, which we get to keep. Do we get to keep the daisho, or was that
Yeah.
just a ceremonial?
No.
No,
No, it's
they're
ours now.
So
Yeah, took our old one.
we got given the daisho of our former characters.
from the last campaign,
Mm-hmm.
but not like ours.
No.
Like
The
Dave,
appropriate one
yeah,
to our.
Dave
Right.
got my old characters, Akume's, and they came with like amazing little speeches about each character that
Mm-hmm.
literally made me cry. Like I was crying.
Right, and then your air commie is actually still floating around in the pool,
There, waiting, like
doing little surf figure eights above the
it
pool.
really like gets me. I don't know why. Oh man.
So we arrived and we walked into the barracks, and we had hot baths and such, and then went immediately to go meet the. And I'm going to forget his name because I always do with these
The
things.
daimyo?
Yeah, his name was.
Ueda?
Oh,
No,
no.
Ueda. Wait.
See,
Uedo.
wait.
I'm sitting here trying to convince Microsoft that it should let me into my OneNote. It let me into my OneNote folder. Okay. And they are...
Who is Uedo, who's a descendant, a great grandson of Ueda.
Ueda, yes.
Loading. Oh my God! I hate they changed the form factor, and this is on the PC. It's the old form factor. It's not the new form factor.
Ah.
So I'm like, where's my list of stuff? It's over here. Oh no, it's over here. Uedo. Uedo was his
The current daimyo.
great grandfather. This Uedo is is the current daimyo.
Okay, Ueda was the original.
Ueda was
Was
the
the
dude
one
of
from
ancient
last
times.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
All right, and then we
He
were
who is not
promptly
so
given the
smart.
assignment to go and track down the lion's claws, which are 5 cursed items
from our last campaign too.
of great import from our last campaign because we never actually finished it.
We thought we did.
The skeletons of our characters are sitting on that island waiting for the monks to open the door.
Yes, it's true.
That's right. Yeah.
Or maybe they made it in, and who knows? Who knows what
And the
happened?
monks ate them. Who knows? Maybe they're cannibal monks.
Samurai centipede.
Oh no, that's wrong, Dave.
Torture
No.
porn island.
No,
I'm so starting a website.
no, it's there. No, it's
I'm
there.
sure it
Torture porn
exists.
website?
I'm sure.
It's already-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no, there's
Oh,
many.
Torture
but
Porn Island?
There might not be one called Torture.
It might
Porn
not be an island.
Right?
You're right.
That
but
might
that
be
could be
the-
your theme.
Yeah.
Right, just-
Okay.
Oh man.
And we left it with us talking in the barracks before we left, I think. We hadn't actually set out on the road, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically you had your conversation. You guys left. I don't remember if you guys had a conversation or not amongst yourselves.
I don't think so. I think you were like, and scene. And we were like,
No, we talked a little bit because we were.
We did.
Yeah, because we talked like, oh, it makes sense that they're sending us since
Oh, that's
we're
right.
officially Ronin because they can disavow any knowledge of us.
Right.
Like if that like because like some people might wonder like, well, why are they sending these brand new people that just joined? It's like because if we screw up in the Winter Court, they can be like, oh, well, they're Ronin. They're from these other clans and not.
And he specifically
Yeah.
send you to the most dangerous place, which is your own clan.
Yeah.
as always, Mr. Phelps, if
Yeah.
you are caught, we will deny or disavow any
Disavow
knowledge
any
of your
Yeah. Exactly.
any knowledge of
Your
yours.
shizzle.
It's very Mission Impossible, is what it is, and we are
Absolutely.
disposable assets who
Very
have
much
no
so.
other choice.
Yeah.
I gotta start working on like an air commie spell to suspend people just above the floor. Like,
Bum 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 bum.
By the way,
he's going with the movies. You were going with TV.
yeah, I was. And by the way, the Mission
know.
Abominable, really successful. We were
Yeah.
going to do a one shot of that.
at some point.
Yeah, it was.
I still have all the stuff in my
I
closet.
got a lot of it too. It was a lot of fun.
I thought I'd thrown it away, and that's why I was panicked. Because Kimmy's like, "When are you guys gonna do that?" And I'm like,
You can't throw any of that stuff away. You got to have a box or something to throw it all in.
Yep.
yeah." But the problem is, it's like a giant map.
yeah.
And there's like 10 people in that house, so you know, he needs all the space he can get.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Just a bag of
Down,
holes.
shove them in.
So it's still that evening. Is there anything that the group of Crane Bushi are still sitting?
Yes. Do we get XP?
Sure, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really looked to see how XP works.
Well, think about that, because we
I'll
might
think about
actually,
that.
because before we get our asses handed to us by some enchanted, tainted weapons, we
Some
might want to level up.
enchanted weapon.
So we left for Mitsubishi Toshi, and the Winter Court is what we left on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you left. You started traveling.
On
Yes.
the way.
Okay, all right. So you guys started traveling. So we waited. We ran until the next day, and you guys left.
And we have a contact there
Yeah, you do.
We do.
that I don't recall her name.
Itube.
Itube.
Is that her? I believe. That's the Inukai courtier who was there. Has been there many, many, many times.
So we're going to need some jade.
For
Well, if we're going to be taking on tainted weapons and tainted magic, we're going to need jade to help protect us. And you need to work on your jade strike. Do you know it?
nope.
You should probably figure out a way to learn that as fast
that's-
as you can.
Clearly not my jam. That sounds.
I understand, but if we're going to be taking on tainted...
That was not an option. In rule speak, that was not a choice right away. So let's find some people to fight or something.
And in the old...
Are there any burly peasants around?
Out of character, in the old rules, I think you could pick whatever spell you want. I think. I don't know if
No,
there
not
was
in
actual
this.
levels. Okay, but not in this.
There was a very
specific.
specific list I could choose from, and that was not one of them.
Does Jade Strike even exist anymore?
I don't know. I didn't look up every spell in the whole book to commit to memory. I only went to the ones I
understand.
could choose.
I understand.
Okay. So, what are you guys asking from Uedo as far as provisioning for this trip?
I think we talked about ponies,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
He can get you. You want 4, you want 3, and then 1 to sort of
carry junk.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're going to court, so you guys
You need to take
Need-
stuff with
need
us.
to take
nice
your fancy pants,
yeah.
right?
Oh God, we need fancy pants. We definitely needed that. That's the thing we need.
Right.
Well, some of us.
I didn't bring fancy pants. I didn't
I'm
get
aware.
that memo.
Well, your fancy pants aren't the right color anyway.
That's true. Are your fancy pants the right color?
My fancy pants probably look like flames.
Right.
It would not be the right color.
Like parachute pants from the 80s?
With yeah, it's just like terrible print.
Gathered
It's a
at the
terrible flame print kimono.
Right.
Like
God.
just
Oh God. No.
super
Can't
tacky.
see that because someone's going to draw it.
Yes,
Right.
but that's why I said it, because I want to see
He
someone.
specifically wants that.
With silhouettes of naked girls on the back, like the
No.
the
Mud
little
flaps.
Mud flaps.
That's not a thing.
No. On one side it's that, on the other side it's Yosemite Sam.
Or an angel in a duffel. All right.
I don't know who you guys are anymore.
All right,
These are the only friends I got.
I gotta bleach and spike my hair in game. Get some sunglasses to wear on the back of my head.
Ask him if we have like an account or something because we're going to need money, provisions, and for whatever else.
I assume our like lodgings and such in the city will be taken care of already,
Yeah.
so we don't need to take money for that.
We'd need money because we need to go to the White Ash and Stone and like
Yeah,
Things like that.
Walking money.
carousing.
You need some walking around money.
Yeah.
Walking around.
Is there like a bank system? Like, do we take a letter of credit
Mark.
from the?
Well, you've got a lord. He's going to provide you what you need for the trip.
I understand, but when we get there, we need money.
Ask
Is
him for
are we
money.
just going to haul a bunch of money with us, or
Sorry.
would it be like he writes?
There you go.
Are you centered on your spot?
You're fine.
I am.
Yeah. Everybody got the memo.
There's a spot. It says spot 2.
Uh,
I'm in the wrong spot.
Satama is probably the person you're going to be actually dealing with for all of this. That's the courtier who was basically telling the little stories about each.
Sure. The lady.
She's courtier.
Right. So I was just asking more mechanically, like,
Right.
would we ask for, like, hey, just pony up a bunch of koku?
You probably
or-
you have some. I'm sure you have some sort of stipend, and that it's probably waiting for you in your chambers.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how much that would be, but of course the White Ashen Stone is held by the Inukai.
Oh,
So-
we just got an account, like a tab.
You don't need to. Yeah. The but yeah, there's you probably you have an appropriate amount of money.
It'll
Yeah, no,
probably.
that's-
I'm not going to say how
cool.
much it is. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
It'll also probably be brought up that being samurai, just the people just give you lodging. You walk in and say, "I'm a samurai. I'm working for the Lord." They'd like, "Here's your room."
Right.
Sure.
And I mean, and the White Ashen Stone has lodgings for Inukai. I mean, there's
Oh,
lodgings there for members of the
we should
family.
probably take a gift to meet the clan champion
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
of some sort.
Or even a couple.
Well, yeah, something.
I suggest a giant weapon.
Giant. Well, he probably likes swords. I don't know if he's really into Final Fantasy swords that look like a shovel, but
I think I actually have a skill with this generosity. I think it's let me look it up.
oh
Page
yeah,
67.
you always know that. I remember.
That's
you
right.
always know the right gift to give.
I do.
or
That's
something.
right.
I
yeah.
do.
Yes. Behold.
Let me just double check that, and I'll read it to everybody just so that we all are here. Generosity, water, interpersonal description. You derive a great deal of pleasure from gift giving, and you have an intuition about the proper gifts for people. Effects. The following apply to characters with a generosity passion. You can always identify a proper gift for a particular person that does not risk giving offense or slighting them publicly. Without performing a check to acquire or give a gift, such as design water, check to select an item. Okay, that's all just mechanics. But, yes.
Okay.
We should definitely get a gift. Is there a room of gifts that I can pick from?
Show us to your wrapping facilities.
Well, there's several artisans within the keep, and there's of course a small village that surrounds the keep, and there's a lot of artisans there as well.
Well, let's start within the keep and see if
Okay.
I find anything
Alright.
that I think would be appropriate.
Okay. Do you want to make a roll for this?
I don't know if I need
use
to.
the game mechanics. Does it say?
You can always identify a proper gift for a particular person that does not risk giving offense or slighting them publicly. After performing acquiring a check to give a gift, it says you derive great pleasure in gifting. You have an intuition about proper gifts for people. The following apply to characters. I thought it said you didn't.
So
need to
is
roll.
there a skill for gift giving then?
After performing a check to acquire or give a gift, so I do need a check, such as a design water check. So it's a design water check to select an item that
Oh,
complements.
design is the skill.
Design is the skill, water is the approach.
Right. So how does that work? All
So
right.
Your ring is water. You're
Yes.
going to take d6s equal to your water ring,
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
and then you're going to take d12s equal to your skill in what was it again?
Design.
Design.
Which is in the artisan skill.
I have none.
All right. So you get to roll those.
Nice.
And you get to keep that many.
You get to keep all three of them, or less if you prefer.
I got 2 of the
2 single sperms.
That's those are successes.
They're successes.
Yes.
You succeeded.
Ouroboros.
Or
Yeah, they
look
are, the
like
Ouroboros.
Yeah.
by the way, everybody, I made these using the template in the back there.
Did you
over blank
did
dice.
you do something so they don't like wipe off? Did you?
Yeah, I hit them with a crystal clear spray can.
Oh, okay.
Just and let it dry and flipped them
They
around.
look good. They look good.
I even used a Sharpie. These are the white dice. I even used a Sharpie on the edges and then just
They're very nice.
done.
Excellent.
You want to see?
Yeah, no, they're beautiful. Oop,
Oh, you touched my dice now.
I did.
No, don't touch any of yours.
You touch them with both hands.
I know.
Madness.
My beautiful manicure that I got today is gonna like magic away.
So I succeeded. Is there
Okay.
anything here that I think would? What do I get? What do I find?
Well, yeah, you find several gifts that you think might be appropriate. Part of the gift is what is it you want to say with the gift?
Compliment someone else's wardrobe or a commerce. Check to find a selected gift in the market. You remove 3 strife. Oh, that's actually a way for me to remove strife
Yes.
is to buy gifts for people.
Yeah, give people
How
shit.
funny.
Nice.
I'm going shopping.
I'm going shopping.
Going shopping removes strife for a lot of people.
Yeah,
And for a mute guy, it's even worse.
that's fine.
So, what is?
What do I know about? I mean, this guy, so this daimyo is
Use the mute button. We upgraded with the mute button, so we're very excited about this.
except for the GMs. But
He
I'm
just
bored.
forgets that he doesn't. All right.
what do I know about this?
He's a Crane champion. Probably probably don't know a whole lot about him because you're not Crane. But he's probably a very proud person. You also suspect that he may have been twisted evil by whatever.
Horrifying sword.
Right.
So, but with the role that you made, whatever it is you decide to give him, it's not going to cause offense.
Right. I think I'm going to give. You know what? It might, because I might actually want to see that.
Okay.
It might. No, but that's not my point. I think I'm going to find something that reminds him of the Inukai Valley, that is symbolic of the Inukai Valley, and reminds him of his vows as a Crane.
Okay.
So perhaps something like a wreath of barley, perhaps,
Okay.
or a small utilitarian, perhaps dagger. What do they call those? The katas. That has barley
Okay.
filigree carved or a barley motif on it. That's what I was looking for, or perhaps a
Crane with a thing of barley in its mouth.
yeah,
Oh yeah, there you go.
or even a watercolor, or one of those, what do they call that? The prints of a crane with barley in its mouth.
Okay.
I think I'll go with that.
All right.
Etchings.
You can definitely find something like that. Absolutely.
Made by a local craftsman. Perhaps maybe one of the more popular ones, and he could sign it.
Made by one of the samurai.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Okay. So you have that. Ponies. Anything else? They give you appropriate court clothing
Yeah, we're going to need something
that has
clean.
lots of blues and whites.
I was going to
Okay.
say we're going to need something crane clanny, because what we have isn't. It's just sort of
Right. So you're given traveling clothes, and you're given your more formal.
Now, I actually have like a sanctified robe thing. Or am I getting a new sanctified robe thing that's in the right colors?
No, same one.
All right. So the flames and
Yeah.
it's all happening.
Yeah.
That's coming with me for
The
sure.
flames with the
Yeah.
mud flaps and the
Yeah.
two silhouettes.
Yeah,
Right.
it's classy.
you put the ass in class.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where the mud flaps go.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm going to take a minute and go to the kitchens
Okay.
before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of smell my way through their dried spices and things
Okay.
in an attempt to assemble a small gift for this contact Itube person.
Okay. All right.
Oh yes, I should get a gift for her as well.
I'll just stick with the crane
motif,
All right.
and see if I can find something for her as well. Perhaps I can get her the
Ooh, troubles.
troubles.
An opportunity and what's the other one?
Strife.
I can't see it. From
It's a
there.
strife.
Oh, so you got the septisperm and the nutsack.
right.
That's right. I forgot.
It looks like a heart, really.
It's a little flame.
It's
a
supposed to be a
flame.
leaf. It's supposed to
Okay.
be a leaf.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, it
So-
looks like a little flame. Like
So when I roll that, what's that give me? Do I have one
Not a
stripe now?
success. You have a strife. Well, you don't
Okay.
have to take that die
You could choose not to take that one.
because you don't have it. There's no success on it because some of them have successes on them as well as this.
Right, and I basically rolled 2 blanks and then that. So I could choose not to take that at all.
Yeah, you,
And
can just,
no-
you just don't
It's
succeed.
a wash.
I
Choose
just
one
like
of
succeed. So
You
it's a
don't
wash.
find it.
Nothing strikes you.
I just
Yeah.
okay.
Nothing strikes you as incredibly appropriate.
Okay. Fine. Maybe I'll be on the lookout for something
Okay.
later.
All right.
But I just want to assemble like a tea box.
Okay. All
Kind
right.
of a deal.
You can totally do that. And they give you travel. It takes about was it 2 days? I think it takes
Yeah.
2 days. To get there, right?
yes.
So
Before we leave, is there any jade in the market? Anything? Necklaces?
oof. Yeah. There's like there's one vendor who has a very tiny pendant.
How much is it?
The appropriate amount of money that you have to go to Marissa Bishitoshi, it
Yeah.
costs about that much.
So if I spend that, we don't get more money, or that would be...
Well, it depends what you need the money for.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
you don't need the money to eat. You don't need the money to find a place to sleep. But you're walking around cash.
Well, I'll have to take it up with the other guys. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't want to be dishonest, and that's because that's one of my flaws. Is I have to be brutally honest. So I may have to go back and talk to everybody about it before.
Okay.
So before we leave, I want to say.
All right. So the guys are getting the horses ready. So you're sort of assembling, and you show back up from the market.
So you should tell her this, but I looked around and I can't find any jade. I found one small pendant, and it costs a lot. Ask her if she knows of any sources of jade.
Do you think we need any kind of jade protective stones? He only could find one in the market, and it was super pricey.
Well, I think at this point, we've gotten in the gate. Going from here to another very populated city, there's probably not going to be that much here.
That's
It's not like
true.
we're going fighting things in the wall or anything.
There may be a lot more in the trade
A
port
trail. It's
that we could find.
I just tell her I'm
road.
concerned about fighting the Shadowland taint without jade.
He's worried about the tainted swords that we seek.
yes.
Which I agree doesn't seem like an ideal situation to just be grabbing on
She
them.
knows more than we do about this.
I don't think we're probably going to run into any of them between here and Mitsubishi Toshi.
Well, yeah, but there's gonna be one there when we get there. That's
So we want to shop for it. That's a port
Yeah, I
city.
think-
We'll
yeah, yeah.
probably have some
We'll look
more
around when we get there.
opportunities.
Ask her, what do they do about jade on the wall?
do you carry jade normally when you're fighting across the wall?
Well, I have my magic armor I wear. It's jade.
Well, see, we could sell her armor and
Oh, no.
live like kings.
Oh, no. No. No.
I'm just saying, if
Nuh-uh.
that much is, it only makes sense. Never mind.
No.
Let's get on these ponies. We ride.
I'm really excited about my new clothes, but I'm not letting anybody. Like,
Okay.
But they're packed super nicely.
Like double oilcloth wrapped.
Yeah.
Like
super, but carefully so that none of the oil gets on the cloth.
Right.
So I'm really, really excited about that. There was one thing I wanted to do before we go, and I don't remember what it was. Oh well, that's probably fine.
We're going in for beer. Anybody want one?
I'm crab. I'm not.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Using the new mute switch.
Yeah.
Yes.
New
Look at
mute
this.
switch.
Upgrade.
There is a little bit of a click,
Yeah.
but it's not as bad as thump.
Right.
And those of you listening at home can't see, but we have new lights and stuff too. It's pretty fancy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's okay.
You wear
No,
sunglasses.
I'm sure it looks great.
Yeah.
I'm just like, as I'm trying to make eye contact with you, this is right in your glasses
Oh.
from my angle. So
That's
it's
not
like,
good.
you look kind of creepy. like,
It's
the,
because I have the special reflective glasses that reduce eye strain of computers. Because I'm a nerd, so they're really, really reflective.
no. It's just like, if I look up and you're looking right at me,
Yeah.
literally right over your eyes is
Like-
just blue squares.
Thank you.
And I'm like,
Oh.
so
This
if you
is
ever
awful.
see me have like a shocked expression for a second, it's not.
It's because I look like I'm a possessed devil.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head out. And
Oh, I wanted to tell fortunes. I wanted to read our fortunes before I go.
Cool.
Okay.
How
We
do you
did
do
that last
Do you
time.
do cards?
As we all learned the dice mechanics.
Yeah, I think I have a pack of cards. That's what I thought about.
She has a pack of FFG dice.
Yes, that's what I have. I'm good with that. It can be dice.
Got
It's symbolic of our hobby.
2 film festival awards, 4 sperm,
Yeah.
a nut sack, and a heart.
We're good. It's gonna be a great day.
It's wonderful. Never have I seen a fortune so clear and beautiful.
Yeah, I like that. I like that it's like some sort of weird dice. It
Sure.
seems
All right.
definitely appropriate.
Better than tea leaves, because for each person you got to make tea, and then we all have to drink it.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Whittled from demon
the
bones.
grim.
I don't remember how this worked.
Either.
Oh, good.
Yeah, game mechanics.
Yay, game mechanics.
We're all learning.
I think I rolled.
What's It's under passions, right?
Yeah, passions.
Okay.
Passion.
And
I have a list of skills here.
probably write this down somewhere because it looks like I'm going to do it a lot. But I think dice will also. It's very
Do you want a pencil?
crab. It's like a very practical way. Oh, that'd be great. It's a very practical way of because you can just fit it in my
Fortune
pocket.
telling.
Yeah.
Survival void check to look for small omens in your
Okay.
earthly environments, or theology void to perform a divination reading the stars.
Okay. Survival, I think, would probably be.
Survival void.
Yeah. Okay. So void dice are the 12-sided ones, or 4.
Your ring dice are 6 d6s.
The d6s. Okay. And then
And
one
your
survival.
skill is the d12s.
Wow.
You have to reroll that.
Okay.
And I think that's a opportunity with a strife.
Yes.
So you can elect to take that and not succeed, or you can elect to not take it and take one of the 3 blank dice and not
That's
succeed.
exactly what happened to me with
Yes.
only one less dice. Yeah.
I'm going to take the opportunity and the strife.
Okay, all right.
Mark the stripe down on
No
the
success.
Mm-hmm.
You did not succeed, so your divination does not give you any conclusive prediction of how the events are going to go. So that maybe that is kind of giving you a little bit of unease, which is what represents your strife. Now,
Okay.
I don't think you get anything for the opportunity.
Well, opportunities translate into something.
Yeah.
Well, usually they activate something in whatever it is you're doing.
Well, it could be like I get a feeling, like I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I might get a feeling about how the day's going to go.
Okay.
I don't know. That seems like a thing.
Mystical, wise, or instinctive are the descriptors of a void opportunity.
Okay.
Um,
Bad stuff's coming.
Today. Okay.
Well, no, but you didn't make your,
Right. Yeah,
your
no,
divination.
okay. That
roll.
makes sense. So it's just a
But there's
general feeling.
Storms on the horizon.
Okay. So I don't know what's happening at all today, but I know that what we're doing is going to be dangerous. and
You
difficult.
see a bad moon rising.
Great.
and a bathroom on the right.
Excellent.
There's a bathroom on the right. There's
A full or a half
I
bath?
finally found the strife box. It's the tiny little box on the
Pretty cool.
second
Right.
page.
Yes.
And when doing that, though, also wipes out some void points. It's 3, right? For doing your thing, your passion thing?
It wipes out 3 strife.
Yes.
But you got the strife for doing it, so I don't think that counts.
Well, I had some strife left over from last
Oh,
time.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
So I got rid of 3, and I have 1. So I still have less than I did last time.
Okay.
Nice.
And once it hit, and strife really doesn't affect you until it hits your
Yeah.
Composure?
Yeah. Because I had a lot of strife for being stubborn outside.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Which is fire and earth times 2 is composure.
So she's got all the composure in the world then.
Yeah.
So you guys start heading.
Fire and earth times 2, you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I changed that. No.
So you guys start heading east toward Murasubishi Hoshi. It's about a 2-day journey. It is raining again, of course. You have your third pony, so probably all of your good clothes are packed on the third pony with a big sort of tarp or something over it to make sure that it doesn't get completely soaked. And smell
Of course,
the pony.
it's a crane tarp.
You
so
know
it's
what we
blue.
need? Rain music.
I'm writing ahead.
You just keep thumping on all the strings for thunder.
You ever actually see Hero? You ever watch the
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
Hero?
yeah.
There's the whole fight with the spear. in
Yes,
what
yeah,
rain.
yeah.
So it's that scene.
Yeah.
Rain music.
Right. So you try, and it's like even at like noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, when you guys sort of stop and like eat, let the horses rest a little bit. It's still very dim because a lot of black clouds, pouring rain.
Okay.
Gloomy.
Yes. And there's like a little small inn that has like a little bathhouse attached to it, that where travelers coming back and forth from the valley and Murasubishi Toshi often stay. And it's for the most part empty because there's not a lot of traveling going right now because it's getting fairly close to winter. I mean, there have been some peasant trains that you've passed coming back that are taking food, and they're coming back with typical wares that you would need to buy in a large city. So the place is, for the most part, pretty empty. I mean, there's a proprietor, is an old woman, and there's a place there to put your horses.
Well, that's
He only has one arm, so I will deal with his horse and stuff as well as mine. But I'm also checking around, checking the crowd, looking for suspicious individuals. Anybody with daisho walking around?
You do not see any samurai. There's a few peasants. There's a couple of wagons that are sort of parked that have tarps pulled over them. Horses are stabled, or their ponies are stabled where yours are.
Anybody looking nervous or twitchy?
Not really. Not really.
Nobody giving us any second glances?
Here, no.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's sort of like a small sake room, and there's maybe like 4 or 5 peasants, and they're kind of way over in a corner, and they're sitting there playing some kind of drinking game. And the woman who owns the place, when you come in, she bows and shows you where your rooms will be, and then says that when you are ready, she will make sure that she will prepare you dinner, your evening meal.
Which watch would you like?
I believe that we are safe from watches.
It will take us being attacked for you to believe otherwise. I'd rather err on the side of caution since we are on an important mission and dangerous one.
Yes, but well, I'm not going to win this.
No,
It's
you're
fine.
not. She's doing the right thing.
All right.
Take the first watch.
All right, I'll go first. Get some rest.
I'll do so.
We'll go back downstairs.
Okay.
Get a cup of tea.
Okay.
I'm going to case the joint quickly, checking for obvious entrances and exits, trees that might overhang, perhaps prime opportunities. I'm not. This is not a 4-hour recon.
Yeah.
This is a quick jaunt around the thing.
Right. This place is sort of built amongst a small grove of trees. So there's a lot of overhanging branches. It's all a one-story structure. So it's like, there's little covered, those little raised covered paths.
Sure.
And so you come up. There's a sake house, and then there's like where the old woman sleeps. Then in the back, there's like these little paths that kind of go off, and there's like just little cottages.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
I'm going to check on the horses.
Okay.
Is there a stable boy, or girl, or person?
A boy, still a boy.
I'm gonna write on the chalkboard. Can you read?
Yes.
If you see anybody suspicious or anybody, can you come and wake me? I'm in room 2.
Okay.
Thank you.
Room 2.
Now somebody has to
And
wake
I'll
you up.
flip
It's
them
a dramatic room.
Yes.
Copper, a co,
zenny?
a z, yeah, a co, whatever, yeah. Pat him roughly on the back.
Koku is. That wouldn't be a
mess.
koku because that's a big. That's a lot of money.
That's the rice to feed this boy for a
Yeah,
year.
I'm
Yes.
I'm not that generous.
Okay.
And then splashing a couple puddles on my way in.
All right.
I'm not going to waste money on a room.
Okay.
So I unhook my stuff, and then I do go up next to, probably between their rooms and in the hallway. I just,
Okay.
combat nap.
All right.
Do I recognize that as a combat nap?
You probably have done it before.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
I'm sure. Leaning against something, with my bundle of stuff right here, and just
Yeah, it's a combat nap.
Yeah.
All right, I walk by and just nod approvingly.
Okay. All right.
I walk in and stretch and yawn voluminously.
I don't think she knows that we didn't pay for these rooms. I don't know why I'm whispering.
Aren't you on watch?
Well, he would have walked past
Oh,
me to
okay.
get there. So,
Go down and drink some tea. Come back in a couple hours.
Well, I think I'd probably in order to not fall asleep, I'd probably pace the walkway under the.
And if the stable boy
overhang.
comes running in looking panicked, come wake me.
Good to know.
it's raining pretty incessantly. You don't see anyone out there. You know, inside is warm and dry, and out there is dark and rainy.
I'm gonna sleep like
I'm just
the
walking
dead. It's
around.
gonna be great.
I've got the big mug,
Oh, sure.
and I'm just holding it under the hat so it fills the hat
Oh, okay. All right.
with steam. And whenever it gets cold, I go back in and get a new cup.
Right. You have them heated up for you.
Yeah,
Which you have to cradle with your one hand.
yeah. It's you know. The
They don't-
difficult part is
they
I
don't
have to find a railing to set it down, open the hatch on the.
Do they have handles? I mean, it's usually just bowls and. Anyway.
They might. When they see you have one hand, they might come up with something. And they give you some sort of pot.
Maybe I have my own big mug I carry with me.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Wandering damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullywugs. So
It.
nothing happens, and the next morning, whoever is on last watch is
It's me.
okay. You can kick them awake or whatever you want to do in the morning.
Oh, I'll wake them up with tea.
Okay.
Aw.
All right.
Nice.
She's still in the hallway. I'll tap her gently on the soles of the foot and hand her some tea.
Okay.
And I'll walk in and kick him off the bed because he sleeps so soundly.
Right.
Why do I have to get the Kool-Aid
Hand
man
him the
wake up?
Hand him the tea.
Okay.
It's just a hand
start
reaching up from the floor.
and start packing our stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the camera angle is from the bed where it shows me sleeping, and then it just shows your foot come in and kick me off.
The beds
and
are
then
only
the-
this far off the
Yeah,
ground.
and then a hand comes back up above the line of the bed.
Yep. I hand him the bowl of tea. And I start packing our stuff, whistling rain music.
By the time he comes outside, I'm packed and sitting on my pony, waiting.
Okay. All right.
Do they have any like bowls of rice or whatever, or rice packets or
Oh, yeah.
something to go? You can get some rice packets
Oh
folded
yeah.
in.
You've got like
in a
little rice
palm
balls
leaf.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Absolutely.
Grab some of those to go. I'll
Yeah.
toss one to her.
Once we get on the ponies, we just go through the drive-through and hit the road.
I'll toss one to her. I'll give one to her, and I'll have 4,
Okay. All right.
which I eat very quickly while they're still warm and sticky, and make large snacking noises, sucking my fingers.
Okay. All right. So you guys.
Give me
I just kind of tuck mine into a pouch.
So you guys continue your trip, and sometime around, well, maybe about 2 hours, 3 hours after midday, it's still daylight. You come upon the.
Still real rainy, or
No, it's starting to let up. No blue sky, but the clouds are now more white than they are dark gray or black as they were
okay.
before. So it's starting to let up a little bit. And the gates of Murasabishin Toshi, you can see them on the horizon, and the gates are wide open, of course. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is a trade city of trade. No, thank you. This is a city of trade. So and you can see wagons coming in and out, even at this hour. It's big. It's a big city. You can see. I mean, there's a wall. The wall's probably.
Well, we've been in a monastery for a long time. We haven't gone through any really major cities in our wanderings. This is
It's big. I mean, the wall's probably 18, 20 feet high. And then you can see there's little guys all dotted along it. And you can see the city inside it, all the peaked roofs of the various structures inside of it.
a greater hive of scum and villainy I've never seen. We'd best be on our guard. Tell her I said that.
that.
No, it's so much better when you translate it. Come on.
No, that's all I said was I
Oh,
pointed at him and go that.
Bad joke.
I'm going to get out my
That's a dad
chalk and try to dry off my
I'm gonna
chalkboard.
start. Follow me. I know where the White Ashen Stone is.
Oh, well, very good.
Squeak.
I said that.
Do they have? I forget
That's
things.
okay.
Is the city decorated for the court? Like,
That's
do they
in
put
process.
out bunting or what?
So, probably lanterns.
Ah,
I would imagine.
that's a good idea. Yeah. All right.
Like on strings and things like that. They're in the process of doing that now.
Got it.
And it looks like they're doing it in a very hurried fashion.
Hurried, like in a hurry, or it doesn't look good.
It's raining. They're trying to
No,
use
it's let up.
Oh.
The rain has let up.
A little bit of both.
It's not. There's no sunshine. It's still cloudy, but the rain has stopped. It looks like they didn't want to put all this stuff out. Paper lanterns don't tend to do well in torrential rain. So, but there's a break in the weather, so it looks like they had to wait.
No, I forget. Did they get snow here?
Yes.
Okay.
I think pretty much all of Rokugan gets snow.
Okay.
I believe, if I recall correctly. That's one of the reasons that they hold winter courts, because
Nobody
it's very,
wants to.
very difficult to travel. So you go someplace and you basically wait out.
You
the
lock
winter.
yourself in with all your enemies for.
Right.
That's a brilliant way to handle that.
Yes.
All
3
right.
months.
Yeah.
Right. Although where you guys are, winters are a little milder than they are in other parts.
Yeah.
Of Rokugan.
We got a couple players.
Okay.
I got one from Weasel Creature.
Just note them. What did I say they were going to be? Skill dice? Did I say?
I don't
I don't
remember.
I don't remember.
I wrote down my tally from last game, but I don't.
I did too.
remember.
And I
Let's
don't.
assume they're skill dice.
All right.
You can only use one per roll.
I'm going to mark that down so that we don't go through this
Good.
again.
So I got one from Weasel Creature. Stork got one from Weasel Creature.
Ooh, that
But
makes me up to 4.
sorry, Dave, I'm out of beers now. Then Masturbator got one for Dave
Oh,
to even it up because
team effort.
yeah.
And if you're using it for a roll that you don't have the skill, you have to spend 2 help players to get 1 skill die.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
gonna.
nice.
Better
I
wait
don't want to
this
have the
down.
inflation we had before.
2 per.
Right.
makes sense.
I got 16 helpful players. I don't even know why you're rolling.
Right.
That's yeah.
Yeah. Can we just say I succeed? And yeah, here's 8 dice. Can we just say I succeed?
I'll just mark off 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to ride ahead of them and show them the way to the White Ashen Store.
So there's people putting stuff up, and there's all the market people are out because there's there's a couple different gates. There's probably 3 different gates that lead into Murashibishi Toshi. There's the one that where you guys come from. There's also one that comes more from the south and one that kind of comes from the north. So there's 3 gates going into the place. At each one there is a big market street at the gate, right? It bleeds out into the outside of the walls and it's inside. So there's all kinds of people selling all kinds of stuff as you come by.
Nice.
And you can see as you come into the city that you can see where sort of the center, sort of the original, either the original keep or the estate where the daimyo of the city lives, and Kikita,
yeah.
I believe it's the Kikita that hold this city.
But while you're going on that, can I make a note that while we're going through the market to see if there's any jade sellers?
There are in fact a couple of jade sellers.
It could even be antiques. It could even be like a jade pot or a figurine. So it may not even necessarily be a jade seller. It just might be. I'm just looking for a piece of.
Sure. Well, everyone knows what jade is worth.
Right. True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So a jade cup, unless it has some sort of ceremonial significance, is going to be broken up into a bunch of little jade pendants.
fair enough.
Because you get much more money that way.
Get it.
It's like if you broke the Hope diamond up into a bunch of small diamonds, it'd probably be.
I just want to make note of where they are. So
Okay,
carry
yeah.
on. I
Yeah,
didn't
you do see a couple people that seem to be selling jade. As you kind of move along, the White Ashen Stone is on the harbor side of Murashibishi Toshi. So you have to walk through much of the city to get there. And as you're walking, you can see the keep, the Kikita, the castle, and it's got a wall around it as well. and there are samurai guarding. You can see.
What's their livery? Crane?
Yeah, they're crane. Oh yeah, Kikita is one of the crane.
The dueling school.
Yeah, it's the duelists. And as you're walking, there is sort of this castle is sort of built up on a little hill, and there is lush green grasses and wildflowers growing, sort of in a ring all the way around this keep, and it's large. This keep's huge, and he probably can house 800 men inside there. It's big. But there's sort of a, I don't know, probably 25, 30 feet of this sort of slope that comes up to the wall that encloses the castle. And it's all grass and wildflowers. And it's very lovely.
Yeah.
Is it laid out like a garden around it, or is it more like just a open
It's
grassy
not laid out
wildlife.
it's not laid out like a garden, but definitely someone tends this.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's not. But it's made to look
Natural.
kind of natural. It doesn't have the haphazardness of nature, so the flowers seem to be rather evenly distributed. But they don't. But they're not like in neat rows or making patterns or things like that. It looks
Planned.
properly random.
It's an organized chaos.
Yes.
It's a contrived chaos. I do that all the time at my job.
Yeah.
And as you kind of walk by this, and there's a major road that circumnavigates the entire castle. So you're kind of walking along this castle, and you see there's a crab, a bushi, and he looks to be laying in the grass. And he has his daisho out, and he's laying in the grass, and he's picking the petals off of a flower laying there.
There's a bushi over there, but more importantly,
There's a crab bushi over there.
somebody's been tending this, and I'm thinking it's a shugenja of sorts. This is to...
It's a crab bushi playing with flowers.
Well,
It's her people.
are they evil flowers?
Who plays with flowers? I'm an old crab. Play with flowers.
I need some dice.
He might be able to take some time off. He's obviously not on the wall at the moment, so why not? Seems like a better pastime than...
Weird.
Are the wildflowers all the same type of wildflower, or are they...
They're different.
Okay.
They're different,
Is
but
it
they're
mixed?
very evenly distributed.
Yeah.
It's not like
I
there's a
got it.
clump of this and
Here's what I was going for. It's not like Field of
Yeah.
Opium poppies, is it?
no.
like the
Because
wicked
I'd
witch.
be lying down in there.
Yeah, okay.
and getting
That would
flowers
be
too.
less weird. Do I recognize this crab?
You might.
Oh.
I swear
Crab
I had
people.
sat down and wrote out all of the skills, and I can't find the damn thing. So let me look because
There's a stack of papers on this side of your computer, unless that's Kimmy's.
Oh, that's good.
that's Kimmy's.
Yeah, that's all my stuff.
I'm gonna have to do it again. I hate having to do that again.
It's probably somewhere.
Well, I can't.
Everything's somewhere.
Yeah.
Find it. Everything is somewhere. The the social skill group 86.
See, here I was waiting for him to say,
Command
yes, it's your
courtesy
dad.
deems performance.
Yeah. This is his new form of haunting you. It's super creepy.
He just starts skipping
Yeah,
around.
dad
and
in repose.
singing.
Ew.
Ew.
No, maybe it's not.
Musical theater haunting.
Paint me like one of your
Yeah,
friend's
exactly.
crabs.
With little petals and... Ew. I got that from my daughter, and I've taken that to work. Not the long ew, but just a yeah. And it's spread because we deal with gross things all the time. And somebody opens up a bucket of paint that nobody's opened in a long time.
Oh, it's gone
And people
horrible.
go, yeah.
Do you have recall?
For the memories of a lifetime.
No, I don't think so, no.
It's a scholar skill.
Yes.
No.
Scholar approach. It's an approach.
It's an approach, so you would be rolling.
You say that
Earth?
like it means something.
Yeah, it's an earth. You use your earth ring, but then you pair it with a skill like
Government?
sentiment.
Let me see.
I
So
have
it's kind of
earned-
like Traveler then, where you
Yeah,
would find
it's
the
all-
appropriate.
Like every skill can pair with every approach, which
Right.
is one of the different rings.
They can't just be like, hey, you're a crab and you lived in the court for your whole life and you know him.
Well, yeah, I want, but I.
Right.
I know.
You might know who this is,
Yeah.
and also how much do you know about
That's true.
it?
I have government skill. So
You're like
I
you
could
really
roll-
like tuna.
You know what? Yeah, do it. Earth government.
Okay.
That might help. That might cover
Ooh,
it.
very UN-y.
Yeah.
And your ring is
I think this is Star telling me to shut up and eat it.
Earth is d6s.
Yeah, I did that.
So you
I
get
pick two?
You get to keep your ring.
My ring. So
Up
three.
to
Up
three.
to three. That's a stripe. That's a stripe. This is a success.
You can just keep one.
And this is
Opportunity.
opportunity.
Okay, all right. Yes, you do
Success,
recognize this.
success,
This is Hiruda Odi.
Okay.
He is a Yojimbo.
Okay. What is a Yojimbo again for?
Bodyguard.
He's a bodyguard.
Oh, bodyguard. That's right.
He actually amongst
I'm sorry. What did you say? Harudi.
Odi, ODI. Amongst your people and probably other people, you know that he has a reputation for being a particularly ruthless bodyguard.
Oh.
And he has a reputation for not only bringing severe retribution on anyone who harms his charge, but he also tends to go after their family as well.
Oh, nice.
So, for your opportunity,
crap. Oh, nice.
for your opportunity, I will let you know that probably this is how he guards people.
Okay.
Is he doesn't have to be anywhere near them
Ah, okay.
because he simply
He's
has a reputation.
reputation.
You don't once people
I'm being protected by OD.
right.
So
And people go, oh.
So does he know? Like, would he know me?
I just
that-
made a roll for that too, and
Okay.
he's looking at you as you walk by, and he's not getting up or anything. He's laying down. He's like sitting there playing with a flower, and he's like looking at him. You don't think he recognizes you, but you think
The face bugs
he's
him.
trying to place you.
Yeah.
He notices.
You're probably
you,
also
but he may
throwing
not
him off by
recognize
the
you.
new outfit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like cosplayers. I know you, but
It's like fair.
yeah. You got a new outfit. I don't know who you are now.
Could you go and put a bodice on so I could see if I can remember you?
Yeah, exactly.
I've worked with a few guys who eventually are like, that's where I've seen you before.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna walk by and just kind of try and fly casual.
Okay.
I wave.
It's an old crab, but a good one.
Big smile on face.
He waves back. Where are you going?
We've come to court.
I point at the town. We're at the town, right? Or we're in
Well,
the
you're-
town.
you're
right
in-
next
yeah,
to
you're-
the center
you're-
of the keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dumb question. Are the bodyguards, are they samurai as well, or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. As you sort of walk by, he says, "I do not recognize your family mon." You can go ahead and make the joke. It's okay. I do not
Go for it.
recognize your
We're waiting.
family mon.
All right. Got that out of the way.
All right, we're done with that one.
I look nothing like Peter Griffin.
But we should probably explain what the family mom.
Well, it's like your coat of arms or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
Sigil
symbol.
or
Right.
crest.
I knew that one because
Right.
the joke from last time. I'll never forget that.
I don't remember.
I forgot the joke.
I made that joke in the last campaign, the Mon one.
We did?
Yeah.
Of course we would. I don't even remember doing
I'm
that, but I
certain-
know for a fact we would have done so.
You're right, but I don't remember it. That's all. It was a new thing.
That's in fact, yeah.
I
Welcome
experienced it
to
again.
another episode of Kimmy playing with old people.
I don't remember any of the weird words or people's names, but I remember all the jokes.
And we can't remember anything.
Yeah.
Who are you people?
What am I doing here?
Where's my family? Do I have a family?
It's cold and there's wolves out here.
Dave, you have all the family.
It's cold.
All right. Dave,
It's like my favorite Simpsons.
It's okay. You got the sillies. It's fine.
We're both laughing.
We're fresh from the Inukai Valley.
Oh, I've never met an ukai before.
Ah, well, now you have. Congratulations. Your world has grown that much larger this day.
He laughs, which you don't see happen very much with Grab. And he says, "We shall see each other again then, yes?
I assume so.
You're here for court. As am I."
No. Come as a ambassador or just happen to be in town?
No, I am not an ambassador.
Oh. Just tourism?
No, I am a Yojimbo.
Ah,
I rode a little bit farther than they did. Like, oh, and now I turned around like I just heard the conversation.
Right.
So I'm like politely listening from a little bit farther away.
no. Who are you here to protect?
Oh, our clan has decided to send a courtier, and I'm here protecting her. Her?
We don't know. You do.
No, that's what I was
He
making
would have
sure.
used a pronoun.
I know. I'm
Yes.
just kidding.
Yeah, protecting her.
Huh. Well, very good. Then I'm sure we will see each other.
Stork probably, because he's like very observant, probably sees me like stiffen, like not like noticeably, but I don't know. If maybe you're not even looking at me, but
May I ask where you are going?
What's the name of that place again? Where are we going? What?
the white ashen stone.
That's it. Yes.
Ah, I have meant to see it. May I join you?
I certainly.
It would be our great honor.
He stands up, and the whole side of his kimono is wet because it rained an hour. It was
Yeah.
raining
It was
an hour ago. And he doesn't seem to care.
So I'm going to use my knowledge of water skills because that's my primary skill. Is he a water? The way he moves, the way he walks, the fact that he's covered in water. Is he perhaps a water-based bushi?
I mean, you would probably make some sort of
A roll for that?
I would
Yeah,
imagine,
okay.
yeah.
What do you want me to roll? Let's see here. We've got plenty of choices here. We've got social skill, courtesy, games, performance. I've got. What have I got? I've got courtesy. I've got. I mean, is there a sizing
might
up
be
your
a-
opponent's skill?
Absolutely, there is.
Is it martial melee?
Is it
Fitness?
There needs to be a list of skills.
Sen-
I could totally find it if there was just a list.
Well, here, look at the character sheet.
Oh,
I'm looking.
there's a list of skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not real clear.
Culture?
I'm thinking really because we're talking about a fighter versus fighter, so we're looking for clues about how a
I
fighting
think
man
this
would move.
this is going to be martial arts melee probably.
So that's a one.
But instead it's your approach is going to be different. Your approach is going to be water.
All right, and we like that because water is my skills. So that gives me 4 of these.
Oh,
I see at least one success.
there's
There's a success.
There are
3
two.
successes.
No, what's the
the
what's
blue.
that?
That one's. This is this is the explosive success and a strife.
Oh.
So
And,
you've got.
I
this
read
is,
I
yeah.
read how those work. So if you want to take that die, you can. But you can take up to 3 or keep up to 3 dice. It's entirely up to you.
So I have explosives.
You have a strife and an explosive success, which we resolve after you decide whether.
I
or
also
not
have
you wanna keep it.
I have a success. I also have a success with strife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have.
You can just keep 1 if you want.
Yeah,
But
let's
you
just
can
do the
keep up-
explosive success with
Okay,
strife
all right.
because that gives me the most bang for my buck there.
Right. So now, you have a success. You take 1 strife,
Right. So we're now up to 2 strife.
and you roll that die again, and then you get to elect whether you not you want to keep the result. You have to roll that again.
You have to roll that again. Oh,
Inbound.
And that is a success and another strife. So
Yes,
if you want
we'll-
a second
we'll keep that.
success
Yeah,
and get a second
Yep.
strife.
We'll
Okay.
keep that.
Right. Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Earth is his from his gait and the way he seems to
That makes
handle
sense.
himself.
Flying with flowers. That makes sense.
He's Earth. So he asked if he can.
Yeah.
If he
I-
would mind if he would join you.
well,
oh, yeah, and I already said that we would be honored.
Okay, all right.
I'll hop off my truck.
So he picks up his swords and puts them in.
And I take it as an opportunity to turn my back to like lead the way.
Okay, all right.
So without being rude, now he still can't see my face as much.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
With
You're off your horse.
I'll jump off the horse so that.
So he'll walk alongside you then.
Yeah. So it's not like, hey, how's it going?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a shame you don't have a horse. We keep galloping ahead like 10 paces and stopping and looking
Waiting.
back like,
Dude.
He comes up to you. How far ahead are you?
Not super far. Like
How
not. I could probably just be a few feet. Like not enough to be rude.
Okay, all right.
Or just like leading the way.
Sort of pats you as you're walking. She says, I think I recognize her. Who's she?
She's a stout-hearted warrior. She came from the wall.
So I probably do recognize her. I do not remember her name.
I don't either.
Kiko.
Kiko.
Hida.
Kiko?
Makiko.
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 I'm from the Hida family.
And since I'm here writing this down,
Everybody's writing it down.
Ichiro.
Ichiro.
Kazuki Shiba.
Gesundheit. Okay. I think I said that joke last time. So,
Makiko.
Kiko.
Or
What family?
Makiko.
What family?
Previously,
Hida.
Hida.
No. Your dad is busy yelling at you right now, I can tell.
I don't know.
Beg for forgiveness. Beg to be brought back into the clan.
That's why I'm so quiet. I'm like, it's hard to filter that out.
Beg for forgiveness.
People talk to you and you're like, hang on a second.
Shut up. It's like I have to concentrate really hard. I don't know.
Promise to burn those incessant blue robes. Right.
I will say that you're a much more jovial sort of crab.
You do not find us jovial?
Well, I have very limited experience,
Ah.
but
We have our grumpy ones.
yeah. Right. Hence my implication.
Yes.
I have very limited experience.
One.
Now, do you sleep well at night? just curious.
Oh, yes.
Oh, all right. Very good. Very good.
I'm a very light sleeper.
Ah, I am not.
I sleep well. I just watch between sleeps.
I sleep well.
You're like a cat.
14-second increments, just. But that's variable depending on how long it takes for someone to run up to you
Right.
from wherever you see.
While we're riding, are there any shops or anything nearby? Anything
All over the place.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for perhaps something, like a gift that I could give this guy.
Oh, the crab?
Yeah.
Odie? Okay.
I'm not gonna actively go through every stall or anything
Right.
on my pony, but if something just jumps out at me, I might ride off and see what it is.
Okay. All right.
I'm 100% convinced that this is the evil thing that I felt this morning when I did my reading.
Okay.
It's this guy.
Do you find like one of the flowers that was in the thing? You found there's a guy there who's fashioned one out of copper.
Oh, very nice. So since I'm in the rear and I'm gonna plop on over and,
Okay.
and write down how much.
Oh, and he tells you an appropriate amount.
I will give him the appropriate amount
Excellent.
and get said gift,
Okay.
and then hurry to catch up.
All right. So you guys you're on the street where the White Ashen Stone is, and you can see it's one of those places where they kind of push their boundaries out into the street. There's a lot
First, it starts with like one table and two little chairs,
Right.
and then it's an umbrella, and then it's a heater, and then it's
right. And now there's like a little portable fire pit there with a little
Nice.
umbrella thing over it, and there's some seating there, and there's actually a couple of these. So there's a bunch of seating outside, but you can hear it. And as you come down the street, you can hear the racket from inside that place,
Nice.
and it's big.
I start grinning. I want to read my pony, but then I remember I have to stay behind him.
It's 3 stories tall,
Nice.
and it looks like it has it at some point got torn down and completely to your old characters, it would look like it had been torn down and
Torn down,
completely
yeah.
rebuilt.
I make eye contact with everybody and do the universal sign of like, good food. Mm-hmm. Rub my hands together.
And you can smell. You can smell. You definitely smell the cooking happening inside.
I'm actually going to smile a little bit at him because I've been here before and I really like this place.
Okay.
Didn't we give this, like in our last campaign, didn't we leave this as a gift for somebody? Didn't we buy it for somebody?
That's why the Inukai have it.
That's right,
Yeah.
okay. I was like
Yeah, I
trying to...
think you
Dave's
guys
character,
bought it.
right?
Right, yeah, we bought it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think didn't you set up like all kinds of kind deals with the distributors and
Yeah.
stuff too? Yeah.
Because we hooked up with the
Like in perpetuity of
with the
that
mantis,
crazy
I think.
sake maker.
And,
Yes.
and,
Yeah.
and the
That's
mantis, right? Because I thought there was shipping.
Yeah, the
shipping involved.
mantis, we let them in there all the time.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
mantis drink free or something,
Right.
or not free.
That family, because there was
Yes.
those dudes that
Yes.
were always there. Right.
Tyler says in the chat room, we locked that town down.
Anybody? Beer?
I'm good.
I'm still okay. I could actually grab me one more IPA.
Yeepaw.
Yeepaw.
So yeah, I'm gonna
The mute switch,
Go up
best,
and-
best idea ever, by the way.
Right.
tie my pony up and take my little pack that I carry with me, my stuff. I don't leave it on the horse. I take it with me and
Okay.
wait politely for them to tie up their ponies.
Okay.
I will hobble the ponies, take the stuff down, wipe the ponies down, take care of them all while they're all getting ready.
Okay.
Pack up our stuff, get his stuff together.
Are we
'cause
staying here? Is this where we're staying?
I thought
Okay,
so.
no,
yeah.
that's fine.
It's a 3-story building. It's not
Right.
all Saki House.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I just wasn't sure if like Winter Court we stayed in, or if it's just
in
we
the
stayed in
city.
town. Okay.
So I figure he's safe enough with her stuff. I'll just say, go ahead. I'll take care of the ponies. I'll bring our stuff up.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Well, let's.
I'll also take this opportunity to case the joint.
Okay.
So we've got security cameras on the front right. Seems like they're not up to fire code because they're missing a couple of fire alarms.
Yeah.
In the
Oh
front
yeah,
door
Master
isn't
Bitter
one
wants
of
to
those
remind
push-
us that Dave's scorpion father-in-law ran it for a while.
He did. He took
Yeah.
it over after Ueda left.
Right. You asked him to. didn't
Yeah.
you?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
asked
And
him
I
to.
think he brought it into profitability.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He's the
yes,
one who
he
started
made the
making
big
it.
money with it.
Ueda wasn't going to do that. All right.
Not
So-
the shrewdest.
No. So you guys walk in, and Odie, like as he walks in the door, screams, "Okay!" And you see a sort of a tall woman, Inukai Crane. She looks maybe she's in late 50s, maybe. Very elegant looking for someone you would find in such an establishment. She's very well groomed. She's definitely wearing clothes to work in, but she's also very definitely a samurai. And she comes up and she bows to Odie, and Odie returns the bow, and Odie says to her, "I have found strays of your family. I brought them to you."
I thought you said you hadn't met any Inukai before.
I'm still out in the stable, mind you.
Right. And he says, "Oh, I have a tab to work off."
Ah. Well, it's so fortuitous that a passing zephyr should waft us your direction.
And she looks at you and says, "You are our emissaries for the Winter Court?"
Yes.
I've been told.
And what was her name again? Roke?
Roke.
Everything will be okay.
Roke, Raggy.
Ruggy. Scooby Snacks.
I can't find my glasses.
And she says, "I actually have some urgent business with you, if
Huh.
Odie-sama would excuse us." And he says, "Wage you off," and he goes and sits down, orders his sake.
Well, a very friendly sort.
Yes. Beware he does not drink us dry.
Well, there has to be a limit for every man.
He is crab. We drink a lot.
I believe you.
I'm explaining if you were confused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
I
your
didn't
help.
want there to be confusion.
No, I understand. Let's see what this business is about.
She leads you to the back, and there's sort of just outside the back wall, there's an exterior staircase that goes up, and then goes up again to the top floor.
Okay.
And she takes you into opens the door and go inside this little room, and it's this sort of like they look like these are probably like bedrooms or a dormitory sort of thing. And she takes you through past several of them to like the very far back corner. Would actually it's the front of the building, and there's two samurai there. They're Inukai, and there is someone kneeling on the ground who has like a blanket draped over them. But they're not laying down. They're like kneeling. And she says, "Show them." And they lift the blanket up. And it's a woman. She looks like she's middle-aged, perhaps. She is wearing tatters, and her arms and legs have been hacked off.
But she's alive?
She's alive.
Ah. Does she seem to be treated, or?
Yes, one of the two samurai has got blood all over him, and there's some stuff there where it looks like that they have been.
My God! What has happened?
She says they found her just outside the north gate,
and
they found her soon after the Crane Champion and his host arrived.
Is she wearing any?
This is a peasant.
Just a peasant.
This is a peasant.
It's shocking.
And did she do something to offer offense, or did?
We do not know. We found her in this state. None of the peasants would say what had happened.
Of course.
Whoever did this also cut out her tongue.
Ah.
No doubt they did not expect her to live long in that state. I don't know
No.
to say whether she was fortunate or not that she survived.
Does she seem stable?
Oh, she's conscious. She's looking at you. There's tears streaming down her face. And
Sure.
she's like,
But I mean, like, does she seem like she's still in danger of bleeding out, or have they
Like
kind of
she's
got
like
her?
like she's like full. Okay.
yeah, she seems fine except for the fact that someone
She
has
has
just
no
hacked
legs.
off all of her
Yeah,
arms.
I got it.
Cut out her
All right.
And apparently her tongue.
Yeah. Is can I roll like martial arts to see like if I recognize that kind of like what would be used to hack? Like,
Sure,
what
I'll
weapon
let
it
you do
was?
that.
Okay.
I'm going to say you probably need to get a couple of successes
Okay.
because they have treated the wounds. So you're not
Okay.
looking at the raw wounds
Okay.
per se. So I'm going to say you need 2 in order to succeed.
Okay.
Oh,
I got 2, and I got 2 strife, which
oh,
could
they both
probably
have
from-
strife. Yeah.
Yeah, probably from looking at that, it's
Makes
pretty awful.
absolutely perfect sense.
Yeah.
Is your strife the strife that you've taken so far anywhere near your?
No,
Okay.
I'm a little bit less than halfway.
Okay.
I'm a very earthy person.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. They were both super successes too. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're explodies?
Yeah, they were both exploding successes.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, so you roll them again, and you can elect to keep either one or both.
Okay.
You're not required to keep one that it does not have a good result.
This one has
So that's an extra success.
an extra success.
So you got 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you could have 4 if you want to take another stride.
I'm okay with no. All right. I feel like I'm gonna need that later.
Yeah.
What roll did you make? Marshall plus what range?
Marshall plus Earth. Should it have been something else?
Ticket. No.
Okay.
No.
'Cause
Well,
that's what I
your
rolled
approach
for-
is your approach.
Okay. Because that's what I roll usually for attacks and stuff. So.
Right. So, looking at the wounds, this was definitely done by a katana.
Okay. Is there anything weird about it, like any cauterization or anything?
I'll see if you're going to do that. Then you need to make Marshall plus Void.
No. Okay.
You can make that roll
Let's try
if you
that.
like.
I'm also very voidy because I do fortune telling.
Oh, there you go.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
I'm very
I just have to make the joke that, as long as you're not doing Marshall, Will, and Holly, it'll be okay.
All right, I have 2 explosive successes.
And you get, how many dice you keeping?
I can keep up to
You keep your
the
ring.
ring, so I
So
can
up
keep
to
up to
3.
3.
Right.
So I'm just gonna keep. How many successes do I need?
I would say you still need 2.
Okay, I
You
have
still
2 exploding successes.
need- Okay. You re-roll them and see if you want to
Yeah.
keep any more.
With
2 more strife.
No, I don't want any.
Okay, so but you got a couple more strides.
Yeah, I got 2 more successes and 2 more strikes.
Okay. There is something about this wound that seems very unnatural and disturbing to you. Not just the fact that this is a peasant who has been hacked to the point where they can no longer be a useful member of society,
Right.
but there is something about the wounds that seems to be festering in a way that seems slightly unnatural to you.
Okay.
Put it that way.
where am I?
Anybody gonna use the
You
bird?
probably followed them up as you put everything away. You probably saw them at the back, and unless you don't want to go, it's up to you.
No, that's fine. I was just wanted to figure out where we are in the timeline of things because it takes a while to brush down the horses and such.
Right. Well, they have stable boys too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Yeah, that's
and they're family, so they're not going to let you.
right.
sit
And I
there
can't let him
brush
out of my
horses.
sight
Right.
for too long.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna say anything out loud because I don't know who knows why we're here or any of that stuff, and
Right.
I'm still too new to this family to really trust everybody. But I'm gonna look at Ichiro, and just kind of like nod, like, and look at the wounds and look back at you and nod.
I think I'm going to try and help this poor woman.
Very well. I need to go back and attend.
Certainly,
Of course.
certainly.
But
Thank
This
you.
is
and
just
the other 2 samurai leave with her.
Just
So you
terrible.
guys are up there with her.
Terrible.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Go and talk to them.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's theology and water. 2. Can I
You're
have one
assembling
more
dice?
D12?
Yeah.
I'm assembling dice for when Stu comes back. I will roll to do a healing of the
roll.
magical variety. I can roll now, yeah. No reason why not.
No,
you
yeah.
hold it.
But we could take the time.
Nice.
Who made these dice for us? Was it
Master Vitter.
Master Vitter.
Yes. And he also purchased these lovely new chairs we're sitting in.
Oh,
so
super
they were a
sweet.
gift from our Amazon wish list. And they're cushy.
And they're nice. Yes.
My butt's not sitting on
That
hard
hard
plastic for 5 hours at a time.
It's really nice.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to kneel, kind of by her head. I'm not going to touch her, but just kind of like be near her, just kind of and pray. Since I don't have any Healy things.
Well, I can only keep 2.
No.
So I guess I'll keep the explosive success. And
Isn't that an explosive success too? Yes.
no,
What
that's
you
just
doing?
a regular one.
It is? It's green?
What you doing?
Yeah, explosive
Oh,
success
sorry.
is blue.
Oh, yeah. It looked blue from this angle.
I am attempting to apply some healing.
Your mic is off.
Oh, apparently I leaned against it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Belly switch.
It just went off again.
To demonstrate what happened. I'm going to attempt to give this woman some magical healing.
Okay. All right.
Some
Some sexual healing.
No,
No.
that's not
Not
okay.
even a little.
No, that was. Come on,
No.
This is not boxing Helena.
it's a song.
Just
Yes, I know it's a song,
Yeah.
but
Boxing Helena. Yeah, that. Yeah. You're
what a
right.
nightmarish film.
Ew.
Ew. Yes, ew.
okay. So I'm gonna take 1 strife and an explosive success and an opportunity.
Okay, so re-roll the explosive success and decide if you want to keep that one or not.
Yes, I'll keep it.
It's blank. All right.
But that will heal her mechanically 2 wounds.
Okay.
2 wounds.
The most dramatically appropriate number.
And I don't know what the opportunity does. It doesn't have a descriptor.
Okay.
She sprouts
I
a
can
new
look.
arm.
See if it says something more for opportunities that I did not write down.
Right, it might relieve her pain. That's probably huge.
Yeah, that's the thing about these wiggle dice here. That's all of a sudden we have to.
We'll get better with it. We got a lot better with it as Edge of the Empire went
Yeah.
on. You kind of like get used to thinking in that way.
Yeah.
It's not that the dice are telling you to do something. It's like, how do you want to apply?
Yeah.
Like okay, so you perceive something with an explosive success and an opportunity.
Most stuff, a lot of things will tell you you can spend opportunities to do this or
Yes.
increase this.
Yeah, it is.
We've
here.
stalled
It is
long
here.
enough.
So I will resolve her bleeding condition
Okay.
with
all
my
right.
opportunity.
All right.
Nice.
So she's healed for 2 wounds
Okay.
and no longer bleeding.
Right. So all the little oozing bits of bleeding from where they tried to stitch her back together all suddenly just miraculously stops.
Yeah.
Is it all right with you if I have some sort of herb or root or something in my pack that's like a painkiller? Seems like something I would
Willow
probably
bark.
carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
I mean,
The
they may have given her
predecessor to
some already,
Tylenol.
but
Right.
yeah, it's something for her.
If she was cut by the sword, be careful she's not tainted.
I don't know how to detect for that.
You can't. Right? Wasn't that the thing in the last game? Like you couldn't 100% know.
That's correct.
Yeah. That's why.
Oh,
it was,
so the taint is like the thing.
Yeah. Like unless you're really far along, you don't know it's there.
Right.
That's why it's so scary.
Even on yourself.
Yeah.
Head sprouts spider legs. You know it's time.
Looking at the cleanness of the wounds, this was done quickly. This was done surgically. Whoever was using it was doing it fast, and it's a sharp, sharp blade. This I know.
That makes sense.
This
Given
is
what we know.
definitely done by the katana we seek, or one of them. There's
Wow.
unnatural
See,
manifestation.
she
in the
agrees with me.
wounds. And
Wonderful.
I didn't want to say anything with the others here.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah.
If he's using it
This
so
level of cruelty. It's just
Exactly. Well, and the fact that he's using the sword so openly and so violently against those who pose him no threat
Yeah.
may indicate how far he has been corrupted by its power.
she's just a peasant.
well, yeah, but it's part of our
It's a really good thing I didn't hear that.
like. Now I need to remember the tenets.
Yes.
Number 9.
Well, peasants have a place in the celestial order.
They do.
Yeah.
They're the breadbasket
Yeah.
of society.
Yeah. So as we're doing this, I mean, if there's a tea set, maybe I'll make some tea with the bark, or I'll just let her chew it to
Okay.
make her feel better.
Yeah, there's a tea set.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in this.
Yeah.
film. I mean,
So
she seems kind of a little agitated, and she's looking over at a table that's kind of behind you.
Is it an evil table?
There's
Does
a
this
bunch
universe have mimics?
there's a bunch of stuff on the table.
Oh. Be calm. What? Is something over there? Is there?
And she nods yes.
What's on the table? Like,
All kinds of stuff. The tea set's on the table. There's all kinds of things over there. There's also a pot of paint and a brush, and there's parchments and all that kind of stuff. And there's like a stand for a dice show. There's all kinds of things there.
do you know how to write? Ah,
I'll take off my chalkboard and hand her the chalk, and
she has no
She has no
hands.
arms or legs.
Back on.
But we can give her the parchment and the paintbrush and her mouth.
To be fair, he was out of the room when they did.
Oh,
the
you
first
were
bit.
out of the room when you found out she didn't have arms.
She has no hands.
Rudy's had to make
Chalk
her-
would work just as well.
But then she gets chalk in her mouth. That's super gross.
Ew.
Like, who likes eating Tums? Nobody. Nobody likes that. I mean, people may like the relief from it, but it's not like you're like,
Well, the
I love these.
The berry ones taste okay.
They taste okay, but the texture is
That's
the
true.
problem.
Yes.
I think at this point she probably doesn't care. She just wants to tell us something.
Yeah.
But we have paint and a brush and parchment right here that we can burn
Yes.
if we need to.
Let's do the thing. Yes.
You reach for something?
Yeah.
I smack your hand. Be careful. That could be bait. And I'm going to look at all these items. What do we have here? It's just a collection of junk, collection of stuff.
Oh, it looks like stuff that would be in a room that would be let out to a samurai. Things that they would put here, amenities they would leave for.
So it's
someone
essentially
on
like
station.
the pad of paper with the
Is
White
it-
Ash and Stone logo and a
there
paintbrush
anything-
that says White Ash and Stone
Is
on
there
it.
anything that looked like it belonged to her?
No. You looking at her clothes. If she has anything, it's in a hovel someplace far away from the city.
I don't think a peasant snuck in here to put cursed paintbrush.
Ask her what she wants.
She wants to write something. We've established this.
No, we assumed this.
No, she nodded. Use your non-verbal cues, man. I know you might not be used to it on the receiving end, but come on.
All right. The best thing we could do is cut her head off. Let this miserable creature live like this.
Well,
And she looks at you and she nods.
She can read his signs.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Yeah, never mind. No.
That's why I'm not kicking his ass, because I don't know what he's
So-
saying.
okay, all right.
As soon as they cut her tongue out, she could understand sign language.
Yes.
Magical.
Never mind. No.
They say your other senses get better. Okay. I will give her a piece of the parchment and the paintbrush.
Okay. All right. Dip.
Yeah. And she just writes, "Kill me."
No.
Oh.
She writes.
Is that Metallica? With the blinking in the eyes.
She writes Domotai,
Oh, Domotai, right?
which coincidentally is the name of the Crane champion.
Yeah.
Right.
So he is who assaulted you. Purely out of spite? Did you step on his shoes? You spit on his horse? Defecate upon his trousers? Very good. All things that would give offense.
So he attacked you without cause.
Did he have any other strange behavior when he did so? And how many did he travel with?
She marks on the paper.
Probably like 40 or something like that.
Oh, okay. And they all watched this happen?
She needs more parchment. Because I mean, she's writing big.
Yeah,
used to
I
write with
know.
her
She's
mouth.
not practiced a mouth writer.
And then she writes. Some saw it. Some seemed to try not to.
Ask her if this was done in a public square as a big event. I think he's just trying to prove a point.
It was on the road where you were attacked, yeah?
Right by the gate.
It wasn't like a pre-planned event.
I think he's making a spectacle. He's trying to prove a point.
What point?
That he has the power to kill whoever he wants.
Well, we all have that power.
It's ruling through fear.
Yes. I agree with that. He says that he's just trying to exercise his might in public. Show anyone that they could be a target of such horrific attacks.
Possibly. It seems a rather gruesome display. It seems more just an act of emotion and complete disregard. I think if he was trying to show an act of power, he would have picked a more powerful target.
At the same time, a defenseless target.
Just shows cruelty. It does not show power. Anyone could have done this to this woman.
Well, certainly, but not anyone could do it in front of 40 other traveling, highly ranked samurai and just been able to shine it on.
We would struggle because we are recently Ronin. Most other samurai would not struggle.
Well, it's clearly an offense against Bushido to treat
In fact,
one under your protection so.
Yes, but how many times has it happened where an uncouth samurai has made up a slight to cover his own honor when he simply wanted to be cruel?
Well, there are not good people. Yes. My goodness.
Ask her how many strokes it took to remove all her limbs.
This may be a little traumatic, but how many attacks did he make to assault you so?
Give me 1 second, because that's a very, very specific question that has a very specific answer.
She's thinking.
I'm getting beer.
Anyone else? Anyone? Dave?
It is
No, I'm good for now.
dork. Every time you get up, everybody doesn't need to have like a buffet before them. You can do it quietly. I don't know why that matters. Why is it important to know such a thing?
2?
Sure. 2 strokes.
Including the tongue?
No.
Oh, okay. That's the one I was having a hard time figuring out.
I would think that was probably done after to cover his tracks.
Well,
Done by assistant.
He didn't even bother to cover his own tracks. Sent someone else.
Clearly this was show. Clearly he's showing his prowess. 2 strokes, 2 arms, fluid motion.
2 arms and 2 legs.
2 arms and 2 legs, 2 strokes. Fluid motion, showing off his prowess and skill. It's just going to shut anybody down.
and he
her.
did leave her on the road. He says he is a very skilled swordsman to have done such an assault on anyone.
Well, and the cursed sword as well.
Certainly.
Increased power. It unnaturally cuts through the flesh. It would require even less strength than a normal katana of great power.
That's yes, we know that. The point is that he's putting fear into everybody. So everybody's going to respect him. In 2 strokes, he cut off both her arms, both her legs. Tell her. She seems to be stuck on the supernatural part of this, not the fact that he's instilling fear and respect
He seems to
when he
be
walked into town.
gesturing quite a lot.
Furiously.
He is.
You all right?
He's indicating that we just need to focus on the fact that he's a very skilled swordsman and he's proving his skill publicly to let any opponents he might know, like any opponents that might witness such a thing.
That makes no sense.
It does if you're holding power.
He's the Grand Champion. Of course he's able with a sword. The fact that he's cutting down an unarmed peasant woman isn't impressive, and any other warrior would laugh if he brought that as proof of his skill.
But not peasants. It keeps the peasants from revolting. You can tell her that. Yeah. I know peasants are revolting most of the time.
He's saying to keep the peasants in line. They've disbanded the Senate. Fear will keep the local peasants in line.
We're in Crane Lands. The peasants are hardworking and well fed. I doubt that they are in a state of unrest or upheaval. We're in Inukai land, in fact, still, aren't we? Oh no, it's Kakita, sorry.
No, you're
Yeah.
kidding, yeah.
Well,
But
it brings up a good question. What if the peasants aren't so happy? We've already seen some peasants with their lands and farms burnt.
Hello, curse.
during this war.
Cursed sword. He's not in his right mind.
Well, sure, yeah, and the imbalance of carrying around a tainted blade.
This is what I'm saying, is
Yeah.
he's gone mad.
We know that.
Mad with power! You both agree! We're going on! I'm sorry, poor woman. We will send someone to tend to your needs.
And then she writes, "Kill me."
It's the honest thing to do. You can leave the room if you wish. Tell her.
I think we may need this woman if we are to bring the Crane Champion down.
What? To testify or something?
She's evidence of his obvious madness and cruelty.
Well, that's true.
We were sent here because he's obviously mad and cruel.
When she starts saying that, there's now tears streaming down her face.
Yes, poor lady, I understand. Okay.
Well, then we must have more witnesses that are not just us. We must bring up the other samurai, and they must hear.
I'm just letting you know that's one of them. Should I write them all down? Just so you guys know.
Well, they're super handy to
tenets
have
of
Okay.
handy.
issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone write this down real quick, and I'll recite them to you.
Well, here, you just write them down while we continue to roleplay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We must bring up the other Crane clan to be witnesses for her written statement, her statement that it was in fact the champion. We are Ronin. Our word will not be taken, especially if we are found
Perhaps,
to be.
perhaps this jovial crab downstairs
We should.
as well. He seems to be a
do we know
certainly
yet
well
who-
decorated kind of a man.
He is a man of great cruelty, and
But well respected.
effective.
His word does count,
Does
regardless
he
of what we
assault
think.
crab peasants?
Well,
He didn't
has
strike
been
me.
known he is a very effective bodyguard, and those who attack his charges have been known to have their entire families wiped out.
I look
Oh.
at. I nod with a sort of.
And until we know more,
Interesting.
do we know who he is guarding?
Yes, he said he came guarding crab courtier. I don't believe
No,
I got a
it was-
name.
It was the one we just
Uh,
met, right?
No,
No,
that's the
that's-
Inukai lady
Oh,
that runs the
sorry,
bar.
right,
Yeah.
Yes.
Roke.
Until we know who he is guarding and his real reason, I don't know if we should bring him in on such a delicate matter of Crane business. But
The more important people that hear her story, the better chance we have.
yes. Well, why don't we?
She's not wrong. We do need witnesses, and we do need this recorded by people that are respected in the community.
Why
Right.
don't we get Roke?
Because
and-
we're not.
Yeah, let's get Roke and the samurai who are tending her wounds, and they can decide if another witness is needed. They would know more than
about
we
the city
the
politics.
situation in the city. Yes.
Fair, fair.
After her confession, I will put her out of her misery.
After she gives her confession, we can
Not
grant
confession.
her wish.
After her.
Yes. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Working as a team. I love you guys. All right. I'm going to go downstairs and
I look at
find
you.
Roke.
I look at her. He's drinking a lot.
Are you
That's
gonna
the one sign I know when he does the drinking sign. That's the one I
I
know.
have to start teaching you.
You gonna go find Roque?
Yes.
Okay. She's down there, working busily.
And I'll gesture her over and say, we've uncovered some truths upstairs that we need additional eyes to see.
Oh, very well. She after you. She shows up.
Back upstairs.
Okay.
And I'll show her the lady's handwritten, mouth-written notes.
Okay.
And,
and have her acknowledge that
yeah,
yes.
and I'll
That these
kind
are
of
her-
read through them, and is this your true testimony without persuasion? And I contend that I think that this poor woman, she would like to be removed from her suffering, but I agree with Makiko that we shouldn't do so until her story is verified, or at least corroborated by many other eyes. And I thought that more important people should see, even perhaps outside the clan, that would bring more weight to her testimony.
Well, there are people who are here now who I would trust with such
Information.
Yes.
Well, let us bring them quickly so that we may grant her final desire.
And she goes back downstairs.
I'm gonna like pray quietly over the lady.
Okay. Give me 1 second. She comes back, and Odie, the crab, walks in, and then she walks in, opens the door more, and then kneels and gets down. So he's walked in and has gone past. She comes in the doorway, opens the doorway a little more, kneels, and basically kowtows, like completely.
Someone's coming in. Okay.
3, 2, 1. The Asahina, daimyo of the Asahina family walks in.
Ah.
This is like champion.
Sure,
Right there.
sure.
Yeah.
I think
Would
we
I know
should
who that
all
is?
Yeah,
get down.
I
and
hit the
we
floor.
all bow.
Well, this is obviously by the way this woman is dressed. Her station is stratospherically higher than yours.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right.
Absolutely. We all show
I will.
the appropriate
Obsequiousness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Obspicaciousness?
Yes, we all disappear.
And she steps in, and you can't even hear her walking on the floor.
Yeah.
And she says, "Please recover."
I'm gonna sit up next to the woman again.
And then the crab is not saying a word. He walks in. He sees this, and he's completely stone faced. Or actually, he's like walks in. He's like a little bit jovial, and that it's exactly the same look he has
Yeah.
the entire time. And the two of them walk up, and he sort of takes a step away from
Sure.
the Asahina, and she turns and says, "Please."
And I'll
Have
kind of
the-
repeat the process of, reading what this woman wrote. This is what you said. This is what happened, that kind of thing. And I'll go through all of that. And she has requested to be released from her suffering, but we thought it important to share this knowledge with others, especially since we are new to the family and not known, especially here in the city. We didn't want to be entirely responsible for her last statement.
The Asahina daimyo looks at you and says, "Is she capable of writing these notes again?"
I believe so.
I believe it would hold more weight if I were to witness her actually writing.
Well, get more paper and
Okay.
bring the pot.
And she writes them out again. At the bottom of each one, she writes, "Kill me."
It's her little writing mantra.
Right.
Oh.
Right. She says, "Very well. When the ink has dried, bring these to me, please."
Of course.
And then she turns around to leave, and Roque gets down again,
Yeah.
and she leaves.
We all do the thing.
Does Odu leave with her?
Odie? No.
Odie?
He's still there.
What's his take on this? What's he look like he's doing?
He's looking at it now. At first, he was looking at it like, "I've seen so much cruel shit, whatever." But now he's kind of looking at it, and he stops, and he's like, "This is like a cat playing with its food."
That's a look he gives me, or that's what he says?
That's what he
Says.
says.
Indeed.
And I nod.
More than you know.
Any true warrior would be embarrassed to have this to their name, attacking a poor defenseless woman.
What is wrong with this man?
hopefully that will come to light in this investigation. For obviously something is very wrong with him. And he does not follow the code of Bushido.
Clearly not.
And I go, and I write down, 2 strikes, 2 limbs. Can you do that? Hold it up to him.
I have not tried.
I'm going to give him like a serious look.
I tend to kill my foes, assuming that this woman would have been my foe.
That is what we practice.
I do not leave them to suffer.
I nod sagely. And I erase it, and it's like a message. Hold it up, question mark.
One can write on a piece of parchment to leave a message. Such a message left in such a cruel manner.
Plus, who would heed such a message?
Erase it and write down everyone. and give him like, it's impressive.
It is. It is. If in fact this was done with 2 strokes of a sword, that is impressive.
Yes, but a good sword can cut through a tree branch much as easily as a human limb.
Certainly.
So can a good axe, but it takes a wheel. Never mind. Erase it again.
I mean, the finest swords are tested on cutting through criminals. It is not something that's never been heard of, except the fact that he cruelly left her alive, and it seems to have no cause.
Is there any more? He's like reaching for his blade. He's like, is there any more need of her?
I believe it is easy. I believe it is time.
I'll turn and walk out of the room.
No. Ask her where she would like this to happen. We can do it here or in the field of wildflowers.
Like back by the middle of the keep in the middle of town?
This is her choice. It's her death.
Public execution? Is that what you're
That's
suggesting?
a terrible. No.
No.
That's what he. Don't look at me like that.
That's exactly how that would transpire.
No.
I think she deserves the dignity of this happening in private.
Quiet and private affair.
I mean,
Look, I've got brutally honest. No, this is her choice.
Are you prepared to go to the happy samurai hunting grounds? I don't know what the afterlife belief of Rokugan is.
Yeah, there's a place. I can't remember the name of it.
The plane of
I think aren't you similar?
endless
You're in the same place
sake.
as you are in the real world, isn't it?
No, there's a no there. Well,
But the
in fourth
celestial
edition,
hierarchy is also mirrored in, I believe, in the afterlife.
There's several places.
Oh, okay.
Like Jigoku is one. That's like one of the hells, and then there's other places. Yeah.
All right, I push aside and I write down, I can give you this gift. And I point to him, or he can. Who do you choose? And I erase it and go, where would you like this to happen?
Here and now.
Okay.
Then she says, 2 blades did this. 2 blades can end me.
Fair enough. I nod.
two
sagely.
blades did this?
No, I'm sorry. No, 2 cuts.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I was like, more information suddenly revealed at the death.
Well, I look at Oni. I pull
I'll
out
kind of
my
I'll
katana.
kind of give her like the comforting pat,
Okay.
like the. What do you say? There's no word for.
Right.
Have a good time. See you later.
Good luck.
Enjoy. Safe trip. Yeah. So, but then I'll step out of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay kneeling next to her head.
Okay.
So that she is someone or something to look at other than.
I write, we give you this gift. And I look at Oni and I step on one side and I pull out my katana. I look at him and do the whole.
His is
come with me or
he's
not?
readied.
Well, he's better than I am, I guess. And this is a good chance for me to judge
Right.
how good he is. So I raise my blade. Do I need to make some rolls?
No.
Okay. And I swing.
And
simultaneously. He's down, and
Right.
how good is he?
You don't think you could do it, but I mean, it wasn't.
Oh no, how good is he? So he's good enough to cut her head off in one swing, with like from
Yes.
scabbard to.
Well, you both did.
Okay.
You basically have there's like a little neck stake.
Yeah. Okay.
I really have to
Next steak.
describe it that way.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Kind of a dramatic moment. Just let it be dramatic.
I was really,
Yeah.
I was really going more for the fact that I was trying to figure out how good he was. He actually
Right.
has the skills to back up his bravado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It appears so.
Yes.
It appears so.
I really wasn't fishing for a net snake.
No, that was on Stu. I was not. sharing, I wasn't sharing the blame for that.
I get it
People
though.
people rarely search for
for
a neck
net
steak.
steak.
It's real low on the cuts of meat people like.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna catch her head
Okay.
because it probably lands right next to me, and I'm just gonna place it next to her body.
Okay.
We do the katana shake and
Right.
push it off.
And, and of course, all know that you don't leave
No.
dead bodies around.
Right.
No. Especially dead bodies that you might suspect have been tainted,
Yes.
because that's really freaking dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, you know that specifically. That's your job.
Rokugan knows that.
I have no idea what my dad can do, but can he sense if she crossed over? Can he?
Oh, that's an
That
interesting
seems like a
question.
super.
Now they're sitting there arguing.
Well, you know what?
I've actually
He hasn't said a freaking word since you walked into this room.
Okay.
So clearly, he's perceiving what you're perceiving, and he's presenting you with the absolute silence of respect for
Okay.
the situation.
And now they're standing there going, I know, I can't believe she dresses like that.
That's actually one of the things that in character I was going to start testing. Like, do things that she doesn't see to
right.
find out if Dad tells her stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you ever see The Frighteners?
But
Yeah.
Now, it's a disadvantage, right?
yes, no,
So
it is.
a disadvantage that gives you an advantage that outweighs the disadvantage it
That's
gives is
true.
not a disadvantage.
So this is a Happy Jacks moment
Yes,
right
this is
here.
a great
For
moment.
those
It's
of you
true.
people that are wondering about great GMing, that's Stu being a great GM right there. That was us gaming the system. Stu's like, nope, and here's why. And he's right. Absolutely right.
I mean, it might have unintended benefits.
Sure.
But
Sure.
they can't outweigh the
Yeah.
Well,
and basically having a spy who's awake all of the time.
Yeah, no. But I mean,
You would
Well-
need to go and watch.
well
no,
GM'd,
yeah.
sir. Well GM'd.
well, no, and that's why. I mean, I still do watches and stuff because
Right.
at this point he's like, "You should die right now because it will be the better than you being in Crane," and shit like that, I'm sure.
Right.
But I mean, is there a possibility of not sending him on watch and stuff? Obviously, but if there are moments like this, is that something that's break you with the system? Like saying, "Did she cross over?"
He wouldn't know that
Oh.
because he hasn't.
That's true. That's good.
I'm getting an old lady. Oh, an old lady. Anyone here know an old lady? Her name starts with
a bee?
Right.
How come you don't give him shit for not the gravity of the situation?
There's a gravity
That's
station. There's,
that's worse than neck steak.
Not at the time. The timing
Next
is
thing
what's
is
bad.
pretty gruesomely
And it
bad.
was right when it happened. There was no pause of wow that happened. We all paused with the little kid eating his mom's eyeballs. There was a moment.
Right.
Give things a moment.
It's my fault. I prompted him with stuff. It's my fault. If you go back and re-listen, you'll find it's me.
Right.
Oh yeah, Jen Human. Maybe this is what we should do. Maybe we should have the chat room be my dad because Jen Human's like, this peasant has more honor than you. She knows when it is better to die than live. Shame on you, daughter.
Well played.
They could be like Cal's little people.
Yeah.
inside Cal's
Yeah,
head. I like that
they
idea.
are. I like this. Okay. Chat
Wow.
room. If you nail the things that my dad says to me, I will read them. out
That's
loud.
excellent.
When it's dramatically appropriate. I'm not going to be stopping the game all the time. But
So there is a there's a Shugenja temple on the same street, just down
okay.
a ways. There's a little fountain, and there's a small temple.
Isn't there a caste of peasants for gathering up bodies? And
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yes, there
because
is.
it's dishonorable for us to do it.
Yes.
Exactly.
We
That's
can't do
right. I
anything.
forgot all about
Thank
that.
you
Yeah.
for that.
You're right.
I was going to try to bring up the fact There's people that do this. Right? Yeah,
But
you
also,
said it.
we would need a Shugenja to help with that, because we wouldn't just give a bunch of peasants a tainted body, a possibly tainted body.
Because hilarity would ensue.
No, like all the opposite of hilarity, like the worst thing. It's like
No,
GM hilarity, which we find horrible.
It would be a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it would be terrible.
What did you do with the ashes? Oh, we buried them over in that infected swamp.
Yeah.
Well, it was just a swamp before we got there. Right.
Yeah.
Like the sword.
Right.
That was the best option at the time. We couldn't trust anybody, and there's nothing to do with it.
So you say.
Hey, there's only 4 in the hands of assholes cutting up people now, so...
And we're sitting on a beach dead.
Yeah, we don't know where the 5th one is. Someone was a genius and buried it so it's safe. Maybe. Except Stu just heard me, and so now he's going to change what happened to it, just to spite me. All right.
He's had this planned out for years.
Yeah.
We're going to
So-
go back and commune with that air commie and be like, so, have you seen any of these swords?
Yeah.
We
absolutely.
could have just done that. Like, I've written down a list and gone.
Well, yeah, no, but I didn't want a metagame like that. It's like, the commie was the only one who witnessed that.
She's R2.
Yeah, basically.
She knows
So
all.
we're going to arrange for the body to be picked up, but also for some Shugenja to help take care of it, so that the taint, if it's there, does not spread or
That's
fester.
fair.
I don't know if we need to roleplay all that out. That happens. We'll just say that happens.
Okay.
Can we just say taking
so-
care of the body happens?
I'll-
and
I think
we're
he
ready?
was a crab
You go
would
find
know.
the peasant death wagon, and I'll go find a priest.
Okay, will you stand guard at the body? All right.
Don't touch it. It's pure evil. Sorry.
Right. Or say, what, you're telling me? I know this stuff.
It was just a moment so that I could break out the
And you
Sean
still don't know
Connery.
your J strike, do you?
Listen, I don't even know if that's a thing.
Who knows? I don't.
I'm gonna look now, boy.
All right, so we take care of the body appropriately without us actually taking care of it.
Yeah, I go
And
down the
making
street
sure.
to find the
Yeah.
In
temple.
Japan, they're called the Untouchables,
Yes.
Yeah,
but they actually have a name, and I don't remember what it is.
Let's not.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't.
Let's not go down that
Okay.
rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
All right.
So after that, then
And what's? I'm sorry, I forgot again. It's what's he doing?
Odie?
Yeah.
He.
After we're done with the deed.
Well, he does not resheath his blade.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he doesn't shake the blood off of it. He leaves with the blade unsheathed and walks down the stairs.
time to buy a new robe.
Is there blood on my robe?
Didn't
you
you wipe
wiped
off?
off
No,
your
he did.
robe?
No, he did.
No,
the
I
shake.
did the shake.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
so this room has to be cleaned.
I'm still new to this.
Hundreds of years from developing bleach.
Right. And, well, I mean, he's crab, so
Yeah.
he would know a lot
Yeah.
more about
I'm gonna
dealing with
yeah.
tainted stuff.
So-
You might.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
it's-
explaining to them. I'm like, it's possible her body is tainted now from its contact with the sword. It's very important that the blood that you shook all over the room, blood from those who may be tainted or monsters that have been tainted, are part of the corruption. It's important that we don't spread it.
So I look at my sword. I look at. This is that brand new sword they gave me.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
look
that
at-
belonged to one of your ancestors.
and I look at you like, what is this? Fucked?
Did they not teach you this? And I don't understand.
Well, there's a way to clean a sword.
Yes, but often
Yeah, right.
often we destroy the weapons. It's a ceremony that you must go through to purify them.
Oh hell! I'm following Uni down the stairs.
You can take it to Shugenja.
Yeah.
I mean, there's crab Shugenja who.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow after what's his name?
I know what I'm talking about too.
Can you purify it?
No, but neither can he.
I don't know that.
Yeah, because you left before I finished explaining. So I'm gonna make sure that they know to clean, like the people who are here to clean the room know
Right.
and clean it appropriately.
Right.
And I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Jade Strike is a thing, and I could learn it, but I couldn't learn it before.
So
we
it's not a
earned
starting
anything.
thing.
It is
I
not a starting
recall it being very handy.
It may be a starting thing for some other brand of Shugenja, but not mine.
Probably Crab Shugenja might get that right away.
I think it's an art skill thing, but because my Kitsune guy had it.
Right.
Regardless, it is the one thing you want to use against people with the taint.
Right.
And in fact, it doesn't affect anybody without it.
Well, no. If I try it on somebody that doesn't have it, it's bad.
Well,
I believe
get
in
mad.
in 4th edition it was an insult to do so.
yeah, exactly.
Well, no. Well, in this, like the kami get mad.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
They don't
Okay.
talk to me
that
anymore.
was in the last one too. They get all like, what are you doing? But it's still more of an insult than
So
it
that's
is-
so you can't use it as a detect
right.
taint
You just
spell.
don't, you keep hitting it with everybody. You go, oh, found him. Yeah.
It's your detect evil spell.
You have
Yeah.
a Shugenja at the door.
Right.
You got to step in.
He pelts you with Jade Strike.
But
I follow. them.
Okay. All right.
what's he doing?
He's walking down to the there's like a water fountain. There's
temple.
a little Shugenja
I'm
temple
gonna
next.
follow him. I'm gonna watch him. Big wide eyes.
He goes in and he talks. One of the Shugenja there is a crowd, and he talks. He whispers something to them, and he looks and then he sees you coming and he brings you.
I go up to him and I'm like,
Taint.
Right, exactly. And he says, if you would leave them, I will sanctify it.
Glare at him with that. Are you kidding me? Look, I'm going to leave my dice. Like the look Kimmy gives you when she's pissed at you.
You may wait.
That one. This one. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
No, that's me in character being pissed.
No, I've seen you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, you may wait.
I'll nod.
Okay. He takes the blades and goes into a little back room. And then time passes and he comes out with the blades.
Okay.
Yay!
I've been drinking. And like once I saw where they were going, I was like, okay, they'll take care of it. So I went back in and I've been drinking in the White Ash and Stone.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm good.
There's sort of a raised dais that's normally where the family members sit, but this Asahina woman and her sort of court are holding court.
Yeah,
in that where that seating would normally.
I'm not
be.
sure if I would have felt comfortable sitting up there anyway. So
You weren't even invited.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they hadn't been there, I'm not sure I
Right.
would have felt comfortable going
Oh,
up
I
and
see.
sitting at the
Okay.
family table.
Right.
So even now that they're there, it gives me a great excuse not to sit there.
Right.
So I am happy sitting.
It's got
far
the
away.
little velvet rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big
Blue.
bouncer.
While we're waiting for our swords to get returned,
Blue velvet.
I look at him and I tap him on the shoulder and I give him the sort of thumbs up, the Asian version of thumbs up, and I reach into my pocket and I hand him the gift.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
And I bow to a superior for sure.
Did you write that down?
No.
Oh, okay,
I
just-
mean, it's just that's my motivation for bowing to him.
Okay, got it. He looks at it. And he says, "I thank you."
And I bow back.
And he places it on his kimono.
And I clap him mightily on the back. Ah! And I get rid of 3 strife.
He's gonna have no strife, but he's gonna be broke.
Yes.
What happens when you run out of money and you can't get?
Well, at some point, he will run out of an appropriate amount of money.
Yes. Then it becomes like, here's a flower that I picked for you.
I drew you a card.
But I'm also trying to lay the groundwork for a friendship of somebody who
Right.
may or may not be handy
Yeah.
later on. I can't speak. All I can do is buy them gifts.
So as you're walking back to the White Ash and Stone, he asks you, "You Inukai, you have a lake?"
Do we have a lake?
No.
I shrug like,
Do you know how to sail?
sadly.
Would you learn?
I shrug. Sure.
There is a competition and I wish to enter it, but I need 3 companions.
Scratch my non-existent beard because I point myself and I point at him, and then I go,
shrug my.
My arm's not long enough to get a hook.
That'd be amazing.
And I get out my chalkboard, which is hanging around my neck, and I write. Currently, I'm Crane, not Mantis. Show it to him.
Currently.
No!
Way to show loyalty there. I'm just kidding.
It is the Mantis we must show up.
Erase this. So let me get this straight. Erase it. You want 4 land-bound Crane race to take on sailors. Show it to him.
3 land-bound crane and 1 land-bound crab.
Erase. I'm in.
I have a question. Is fortune telling like looked down on, or is it just like a normal thing that people do?
I don't think it would be looked down on
Okay.
necessarily.
So if I'm dressing,
I mean, there might be some people, especially in certain clans, who may
yeah.
look at it as.
Getting
But there may be
awful
other.
like
close to
my
the
like
Fulang.
Crab Clan. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, no.
Crab, probably.
that's one of the things my dad hates
Dragon.
about it. I think it's awesome.
Some of them would think it's the best thing ever. Some of
Yeah.
them would also think it was terrible.
Yeah. Right. So I'm sitting and drinking and like
Okay.
throwing dice, my dice to tell the future. Should I just-
So you guys walk in,
Clapping each other on the shoulders.
right? And he sits down. Are you joining our crew?
would you like a drink? That seems like something that should happen before we join crew.
And I write on the chalkboard and show it to him. She's right.
Since I am sitting with Inukai, do I now drink for free? No! Yes, you may buy me a drink.
I will. I will buy the crab 1 drink. 1 drink. Crew. What is this crew meant to do?
In Shirotoshi.
And I do. Good question. I look at him expectantly. Hmm?
In Shirotoshi. The
Boat race.
there is a boat race, indeed.
Yes.
And I nod. Mm-hmm.
I wish to enter it.
I look at them. Are you there?
I don't think I am.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, where are you?
Where are
I
you?
think I
That's
was
the-
waiting for a priest to come back and deal with the body.
Oh, we
Okay.
did that already. Like we.
Well,
I think we kinda have
the
hand waved
people,
that.
Oh,
the outcasts or the unmentionables, untouchables. That's-
You just said their
that's the-
name.
That's the counter. That's the counter that Saul's girlfriend, the nice lady he met,
Yeah.
works the unmentionable counters at Macy's. Sorry. That's an Ocean's 11 reference, by the way.
It is.
They come in and they start mopping it up, and there's a Shugenja that comes in and basically has like a sack and starts collecting the stuff they're using it, and
okay.
you know you're in good hands.
Then I'd probably come back downstairs after they're underway.
Okay. So you come down, and he's sitting there talking,
Yeah.
and you sit down. And he
he
says, 5 years ago, my eldest brother.
I love how I'm holding my imaginary beer. Sorry. I just realized I've been doing this for like 5 minutes. No.
nursing that sake.
Yeah.
My eldest brother was here and entered. This is back before the war.
Yeah.
And he entered the sailing contest. Now it has long been known that the Mantis always win the sailing contest. Even though it is hosted by Crab, the Crab never win, only come in second. Very few other clans will join in the festivities. But my brother had the courage, even though he had never set foot on a boat in his entire 25 years, agreed to join the contest. And he did so. And their boat capsized. And he had to swim to shore. And the Mantis laughed at him.
It's going to end so badly.
And the Mantis laughed at him incessantly for nearly a day. I wish to prove to them that the Crab can in fact sail.
I'm sorry, I cannot join your crew. But I will buy you more drinks.
Why not?
Well, I hope that you personally get much honor from this. At this time, I'm not able to strive for the glory of the Crab Clan. It would be inappropriate.
This would be glory for Crane, as well as Crab.
If we do sail under a crane banner, I may participate. You yourself may wear crab colors if you wish, but I cannot sail under a crab banner.
I must be named Captain.
But you are willing to sail under crane colors?
I will sail under your blue.
Then I think this is a merry adventure, and I look forward to our two firebirds learning how to sail.
What?
Then it is agreed. We are a crew.
Wait, just a second.
Have every glass
Where
up.
is this? Where is this?
On the beach.
It's on the water.
It's
Shirotoshi.
here.
Yes, yes, it is just outside the city.
Oh,
You have
is
not
it
seen Shirotoshi? Toshi?
in the winter? It's a
It is this is the last. They
Oh.
hold these frequently
ah.
during climate weather. This is the last of the season.
And
It is my last chance to redeem my brother's name.
how long do we have before this?
I believe it is tomorrow.
Wonderful. And how large a boat do we?
They're
Sail?
they're rather small. They're not large. They're not boats. They are. They build these. I don't know a lot about boats, but I've seen them.
They're small racing craft. They're designed specifically for speed and a small crew.
To be close to the water.
Like I said, it's a fabulous idea.
You
This
look
is
as
the
if you would
most
float.
jovial, by the way, you've ever seen me. And I just, even though I'm not like laughing hysterically, like you can tell I am fucking delighted by this idea. Delighted.
And we're meant to operate this vessel?
Indeed. And we shall beat the mantis and silence their laughter forever.
So, I'd just like to point out something. Sailing has to do a lot with knot tying and ropes in general. Can we agree?
Certainly.
I'm very bad at tying knots.
You can steer.
All
I shall
right.
name him pilot.
I think this is a wise choice. Someone who may read the waves, in fact, to know which way is best.
I can.
Jugenja, you speak to the water spirits.
Not very well.
I think I speak to the water better than you do.
Probably better than any of us.
You can fill our sails with air.
There you are. Keep fire from our ship.
That I can do. The mantis will not set my boat on fire. I can guarantee that. 100%. Is the lake very deep?
Oh, this is the ocean.
It's the ocean, yes.
Is it deep where we are going to be racing?
Well,
Do we go offshore a long ways, or
Best
is it
not
along
to look
the
down.
beach?
Just keep your eye on the horizon and all will be well.
Aren't there giant beasts in the ocean?
Probably a few, but we are samurai.
Yes.
Courage.
We shall vanquish them.
Bushido courage.
On the
understand.
wall, we vanquish far worse than could be in the oceans
It
here
is
off of
true.
Mitsubishi.
Well, I understand, but
When I was but 5 years old and a little girl, I did face far worse than we will see. You will do fine.
in the water?
Well, tainted creatures are much worse than those that you find in the water.
This will be fun. Trust us.
All right.
I wish those of you who are listening to this right now could just see the look of just pause, look. All right, as we all stare expectantly at Dave.
in honor of a new friendship, I suppose.
Oh, Gen Human Broken is my dad.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least you understand that you have to build crab honor. You can only properly do this while being crab. Beg your way back before it is too late. This is
Well
probably,
played.
like the best mood my dad has been in like a very long time.
Right.
I have made friends with another
This is
crab
your
again.
this is your chance.
Yes, another thing.
And crabs are, you're not a set of creatures of the water, but you're under the water.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, they're in the water.
I'm sort of watery.
Categorically not.
Yeah, I know this. Awesome
Not
about it.
not okay.
Water is my friend.
I'm gonna go over to. There's a window on the main level.
Of course.
I'm gonna go over there and look at the sky.
It's still cloudy.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is. It's a little dark to the west. No, probably to the east. But your windows face west.
It's fine.
It looks fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Everything's fine here.
Very
Everything's
specific
fine.
jamming. We don't need it.
Well, I know which direction the stone ashen, the
Yes.
ashen stone,
White ashen
white
stone.
ashen stone faces.
Yes.
Are there rules of conduct in this race, or is it a free for all? Is it
Well,
do the participants assault each other?
oh no,
This is just merely a boat race.
this is a test of bravery and sailing prowess.
But
They're mantis.
Well, I understand, but they are quite practiced at this boat use thing.
They're slow and flighty. Hidebound in their ways. We
I
shall
see.
innovate new ways to sail.
Yes.
I see.
First,
In a day.
we must
good.
procure said boat.
That has been. I have already. I just lost the word. It literally fell out of my head, including
Acquired?
the
Procured?
acquired.
Acquired.
I've already acquired.
Welcome
our
to
vessel.
Kimi Gaming with Old People.
No, this is a beautiful example. Yesterday on the podcast, we were reading an email from someone who is learning English from listening to us.
Right.
And we were like, oh, no,
Oh,
we used-
wow. I'm really sorry.
Right, that was our reaction. But then I started thinking, I'm like, no, we actually use good words a lot. Like, as someone who knows the level of different, like, grade level vocabulary, we're up there.
We're like fifth, sixth grade.
No, we're at least 8th grade.
Right.
Like, sometimes, depending on how much we're playing.
Taint.
Taint's a good word. Look it up. It has multiple meanings. It's actually very useful.
And I'll bet you anything the definition that we think of when we think of taint isn't in the
Not,
dictionary.
yeah.
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
When they actually print a dictionary, like a papery thing with words, then I'll believe them. All right.
All right.
Now then he says, but I think we should probably see if we can gain the favor of the water kami.
It's not a bad idea.
Very well.
There is a monastery.
Oh, you planned this out. Good.
I suggest we sleep there.
Is it on an island?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
No, it is.
I didn't say that in character.
It's on
I said that out of character. It's like, oh God, are we going to find our
It's
full
on
bodies?
It's on Shirotoshi. It's on the beach.
Oh. That's an out of character glare.
Dave always says things somewhere. Oh. Then there's sound like what? What?
Like
what?
a monastery that had children that was taken.
No, that monastery was destroyed.
Oh, very good.
That was a long
Perhaps
time
it was
ago.
rebuilt, but it was in this area.
Yeah, it was, yes, yeah.
Good point. Good point.
All right.
Very well.
I just unpacked.
No, I just unpacked.
I
I'll
carried
go put
my
it back.
satchel upstairs.
Well, we can leave the things in our rooms.
Right, we'll be back.
Well,
We're
I
spending
need
one
my
night.
things.
Maybe.
You will need little priest.
For someone who likes baths as much as you do, I think you will do well in the boat.
She's
I have never met an ocean that is consistently around 100 degrees. Nor a rainstorm, nor a puddle, or a lake, or a river. It's just not a thing. There are
Perhaps
well
you could use your
springs.
fire to warm it up. I don't know.
That would be up to someone that sits over here, if I can do that, because that's not actually a power I have. I can put out fires like a champ, but
You can tell how much she knows about your firefighter. Like, man.
it's actually kind of weird, like the choosing your starting abilities.
No, I
There's really
know.
only 4
Yeah,
like starting
you're-
abilities that I
yeah.
could pick
You're
from.
incredibly limited, and
So it's-
and then learning new stuff because
Yeah,
it
it's
needs
not-
stingy with stuff. To learn new stuff, you either have to like go to a school and learn it, or like find a scroll from somebody and
Yeah.
then like spend time studying it, and then you may not even learn it because you might destroy it when you. It's
So
crazy hard to level up as a Shigenja, or at least learn new stuff.
But yes, let's try this. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? We all drown
He could betray us
before
all
we
of us.
actually
We shall not
accomplish our goals.
We shall not drown.
Do you say that?
No. He's right there.
All right.
I believe we shall be triumphant.
Oh,
Well, it would be
I was
foolish.
like, why did you change up to using a glass? No, I saw when you
Wanna try it?
yeah. No, I've had it.
Okay.
Well, it would be foolish to attempt this if we did not believe we would be successful.
Indeed. I will go gather my things and I will meet you.
Just leave it. It's
Why did it not break?
Well, let's let's be thankful for a moment.
It didn't shatter.
The glass kami are with you.
Yes, they are. Those are the very slow-moving water comics.
They are.
No, it's very
No, it's
very cold fire kami.
yeah.
Very very just ambivalent Earth kami.
Or super fashionable Earth Kami, yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Fantastic. Chimay.
What is it?
Chimay, you want to try it?
No.
It's a Trappist
Red.
ale.
I'll try it if you're offering.
It's just if you're going to say something's awesome, you should say it out loud so we all know what it is. Share with the class.
Wunderbar.
I got a little like gift pack that came with 3 bottles of beer and a cool. That's not the glass it came with, but it came with
That's not hoppy at all. Why do you like this?
because
Because
it's
it's
I
well
should
made.
drink this to make sure that you are protected from
it has
yourself.
because it has as much sour as an IPA has hoppiness. And I've grown
Remarkable.
I've grown to like sour because of the kombucha. Because now I'm making my own kombucha.
I love sour. I don't like IPAs. Somebody's in trouble out there. That's remarkable. What is that?
Chimay, it's
Red.
the Chimay Red.
Oh, I
And I
love
have-
reds. Love reds.
Oh, that's
That's why.
so much better.
That's the next one.
All right.
yeah.
All right.
I love red beers.
We grab our stuff.
So he says he's going to go grab his stuff and meet you back here, and he will.
I could drink those every day for the rest of my life. I love red beers. I love that bitterness. I love
And
that
this the sourness has a
I'm
certain
there.
refreshingness
No,
to
I'm
it.
there.
It really does.
I'm totally there.
You should get a big promotion if you plan to drink those the rest of your life
Yes.
every day.
Because they're like $8 a bottle.
Oh, the 3 bottles
Yeah.
with the 1 glass was $20.
So can we put that in the Patreon?
Our Amazon link.
Support Stork's Chimay habit.
Oh my God! If Amazon had beer, we'd
$20
put it on the wish
charged
list.
Well,
daily.
they just did buy,
do.
wild oats, wild talents. So
That's a different thing.
yeah, they did buy that grocery.
Wild
I mean-
talents.
Whole
Foods.
paycheck.
Whole
That is
paycheck.
Amazon Fresh. Like you can buy.
They do
stuff.
not
No,
deliver
Oh, they don't
booze.
deliver
No.
beer.
Amazon Prime now delivers booze, but we don't have that where I live.
Anyway.
Masters of Malt online does.
So does
Really?
Instacart at my house
Yeah.
now.
Masters.
Masters of Malt. They're the ones who are. That's where I got those liquor advent calendars.
Oh, yeah,
Kimmy,
that,
you
that
are
was fantastic.
full of
by the way.
surprises. Love that.
Best gifts ever.
All right.
That's
Well, I
my
mean, well, you
character.
can you can ship alcohol.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I mean, the wineries in wine country.
Yeah.
You can ship alcohol in California.
Well,
Oh,
don't
you
they
can't
ship-
across
You can't
lines.
across state lines.
Oh,
You
okay.
can in some. Yeah, because
If if
To Nevada, I know you can.
well if whoever or if the state allows it, that's fine.
Right.
And if the distributor has a distributor in that state, then it's okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
It's
I-
a whole complicated thing.
And
So for my sister's birthday last year, I got her a case
Yeah.
of like a variety pack of wine,
Yeah.
and it was from like Sonoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master of Malt will ship it.
that
There's
was
like a
to
whole
Nevada.
list of all the places it'll ship to.
Right.
California's one.
And each state has requirements
Yes.
about whether they'll
Yeah.
allow you to ship or
like
Not
Oregon
ship
and
stuff.
Seattle have like the most archaic liquor laws ever, and Utah. So shock.
More archaic than the South.
Yes.
yeah, a
It's
lot
like
of places
for
have the weirdness of like it's after 10 o'clock
Right.
and they roll down a cage in front
Right.
of the booze aisle.
Can't-
That's the way it was in Indianapolis.
Can't,
Yes.
can't buy on
Bill and I-
Sundays. Yeah.
Bill and I went.
What?
Not
Yeah.
in bars.
Oh, okay.
Not in bars.
All right.
But if you want to go buy alcohol, because we wanted to have some beer in the refrigerator, because we had people over once in a while when we were at Gen Con. And we went to the liquor store, and the liquor store is this crazy ass place. This is within walking distance of our Airbnb, but it's like this little airlock. And at a certain hour, they lock all the doors. You can still buy stuff, but you don't get. But I don't think you can get alcohol. Right. But during previous to those hours, you walk through the door and it's like you're behind the cash register, and there's a bunch of stuff, and you pick what you want and you get it. But yeah, it was weird.
Well, all the people from there are like, "Yeah, why are you talking about this so much?"
So right, yeah.
So my dad yells, "True crab drinks tea and sake, not beer. How dare you debase the clan with this peasant brew?"
I'm only drinking tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he leaves and he comes back and he has like a small pack on his back.
Okay. I have my same small
He
pack.
does not have a bedroll.
Okay.
Does he still have his dice show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, it'd be dishonorable to leave it behind.
Right.
Saltwater dice shows. I don't know.
I'm gonna roll for what I was rolling.
See, I wish you could understand you.
So this is from my fortune telling earlier.
Okay.
Oh, there's one super success. No. All right.
You gain a new strife.
Yeah,
with
I'll just take
success?
one opportunity. I'm not going to take any of the successes.
Okay. So what did you get?
Just one opportunity. No bad things. Just more feeling of foreboding.
No.
Oh, okay.
You see getting wet in your future.
Awesome.
I'm going to go back to the Market Street,
Okay.
and I'm going to search for a vendor that sells like full-on Gordon's Fisherman
Okay.
Rokugani
All right.
outfit.
Like oiled leather.
Yeah,
like,
just with the hat and the
Right.
whole deal.
the guys who like cut out the fish guts. They're
Yeah.
Okay. And when you walk outside, it's not quite nightfall, but it's getting close, and all the lanterns are now being lit. There's people standing on precariously on really high ladders, lighting the lanterns, and you can see down both directions of the street. They're lighting the lanterns off, and there's a lot of like sort of like not almost like a New Year's celebration kind of atmosphere, because and you hear people talking about the fact that the champion is in town.
Before we leave, I'm going to go privately with Roque.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my pack that I always carry with me. Roque-sama, in this pack is what equals my soul. And I'm about to go do something fairly foolish. And I would be forever grateful if you would keep it for me and keep it safe.
Of course.
Thank you. Next turn.
He takes it. Immediately goes upstairs.
Yeah. And then I go and join them.
Okay.
And I've got like a little pack with like what I take with
Right.
me. I'm definitely not dressed like that.
I'm not dressed like that yet either.
Oh, okay.
I'm carrying it.
Okay.
I'm not going to come out of the shop like one of those people that changes in the shop and comes out like
Bright yellow with the big
That's what I'm thinking.
like a whole day ahead of time.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Like-
Yeah, Gordon's Fisherman.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Why does Gordon's Fisherman sell salt? I don't ever understood that. Anyway,
It's
so
not
you
as different. It's his cousin,
Yeah.
okay?
Jim Gordon. Also a retired police officer.
So
Salt man.
Game.
Odie shows up.
Yeah.
And he's. Are we ready?
As will ever be, I suppose.
Very well. And he starts walking.
I need to look
What's
that
he
up.
wearing?
He's wearing what he was wearing
He didn't
before.
change.
All right. Well, I'm wearing the same.
He just has a backpack. He does not have a bedroll.
He needs a bedroll on a boat.
No, you're going to the monastery.
Oh, right.
We're
Okay.
staying the night at a monastery.
Well, I guess we'll bring all our stuff with us then.
And I'm going to say around the time when nightfall truly hits, and it's not dusk, it's dark. The stars are out. You've been walking along this beach, and it's
All right, if we're going to this monastery, I'm going to bring the mules and all our stuff.
Oh, you're going to bring the ponies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not bringing mine. I left mine at this thing.
Okay, all right.
It's still in town. It's not.
It's part of Murasabishitoshi. It's not within the walls.
Yeah, but it's still just. a
I'd
walk
rather
over.
leave our stuff at the monastery.
It's probably a mile.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather leave our stuff here at like the
All
Inukai
right.
controlled.
Oh, that's
inn.
true.
I mean, you can,
That's
yeah.
right. Right. I forgot we own the inn.
Yeah.
Right. Never mind.
So you're walking, and it is a like glass white beach. It's a beautiful beach, and it's the water is lapping up. It's sort of a little bit kind of gray and choppy because of the inclement weather, but the sand itself is very white, and it's a pretty wide beach. It's probably 40, 50 feet wide, and then there's some grasslands and there's some trees around here and there. And as you're walking along, it's getting darker and darker and darker. And it's truly nighttime when you finally approach what you can see is clearly the end of this beach. The trees sort of start to move closer to the water line, and there's sort of the beach kind of goes along, and basically it kind of encloses, right? And about 7,500 yards from where it ends, you see that the ground has been raked flat, and you can see that there's, by torchlight, there are a bunch of monks out there, and they're wearing special shoes that are like these big flat things, and they're out on the sand and they're drawing patterns in the sand.
Beautiful.
And there's torches stuck in the ground around this area, and you can see that there's a structure that's reasonably well lit from the inside. You can see sort of a glow from the lanterns and stuff inside of it, and that's obviously the monastery as you approach.
I've just been half grinning like all afternoon.
Right.
I'm just super amused by all of this.
I'm going to take another grip on my Naginata.
Okay.
I want to give a quick tactical assessment here. We're looking at a choke point, right?
Yeah, the choke point is a ways from you. It's probably 75 yards away. But yeah, there is definitely.
And we have no idea what. I've been playing this up, but I need to let everybody know that the Shiba Guardians were raised in the monastery. They know from magic. They're just as educated as Shugenja when it comes to magic. So we have no idea what these symbols are that they're drawing.
They're drawing patterns.
You're right.
And they don't look.
It's probably a. If I notice you looking at kind of
Yeah,
scouting the
I'm
place out a little
wary.
bit. Yeah, I'd be like, they're drawing these patterns. It's an offering to the water kami. When the tide comes in, it'll wash it away, and it'll be a clean beach again.
I know from water. Is it a water kami pattern? Because water is my thing. That's my jam.
Well, the kami appreciate art.
Is it a water kami symbol?
They're drawing some of the symbols look to be sort of have a water kami sort of.
Feel?
A water kami sort of feel to them. Others don't. Some of them are just very pretty. Appear to have no spiritual significance, but just appear to be very pretty patterns. And some of them are drawing with sticks. They have all kinds of weird implements they're using to draw.
I'm concerned the person in charge of around here has been corrupted
Of the monastery?
of the area. You don't know. We don't know. Be on your guard.
No, fair.
We have a crab. That's what she does. Let's watch her.
And there's
We're just gonna walk along the beach behind her, like. You gonna twig on something? Like,
Now,
let's see.
you can see when you look at. There's probably in this area, which is about the size of a football field, right? There's probably 30 people out there who are drawing things. I would say 3/4 of them are dressed as monks. There seems to be a few peasants. There also seems to be a few samurai. There is a stack of these weird shoes that they're wearing to walk along without marring the sand, and the Odie goes and grabs a pair and puts them on and grabs a stick and heads out to find a spot where there isn't anything.
Well, time to get a little creative. Little time to commune.
Okay.
I'm going to plop down on the road and pull out my instrument.
Okay. All right.
Not you.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad's saying
What
funny
did your dad
things.
say?
No, it's not anything. He's like, Ghost Crab Dad glares at Disney Kimmy and bravely manages to refuse singing Under the Sea. Jen, you mean you're hilarious. Oh my god. I am going to kneel down and start drawing symbols as well.
Okay.
Because the Hida Castle is actually on the edge of Earthquake Bay. So, and the Shugenja there probably have done something similar to this many times. Is that something I can safely assume?
Yes.
Okay. So even if I don't really know, like, how to use magic and stuff, it's probably something I sat and watched a lot while I grew up with the family.
Yeah. I don't know. We Shiba Guardians, we've been taught to. Raised amongst magic, taught all about whether or not we trust it or not, pluses and minuses, what to look for. Yeah. Ever wary.
Yeah. The crab has a big fleet, so but we have like turtle ships. They're a little different. So
Yeah.
there's something I've kind of grew up around,
Okay.
even though I'm not a sailor.
Sure.
Well, that's at least encouraging. Like, all right.
So that's so I'm probably acting like more relaxed and at home than you've probably ever seen me, or for most of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit down on the road. I'm not going to step out in the sands.
Okay.
And I'll just, I'll play I'll play the rain song.
All right. And you can see there's people, some of the monks, some of the other, the commoners and stuff. It's you playing, and they look over you and smile and sort of nod their heads and bow to you as they're drawing their things out.
All right, what's this scene about? I want to observe. I'm going to observe. That's all I can do. I'm a mute guy. Is it a legitimate scene? Is this are they? What's going on?
It's clearly low tide. You can tell because the sand is very, very, very wet.
Okay.
And these people are drawing symbols, and they're doing it with great earnesty. Earnestness. Earnosity.
If you're listening to this and learning English and that, don't listen to any of those words. Those are not actual
I
words.
think earnestness.
Earnestness is a word.
Dude, I like
Earnosity is not a
Earnosity should totally be a word.
Ernestine, Ernest Borgnine.
Earnosity is that's my favorite word ever. Yeah, I know from water symbols. I'm a water guy. That's my thing. I've been raised in temples with magic. Is it actually water symbols, or are they going to summon an elder god?
No, some of them are water symbols. Some of them
just
look
art.
like pretty symbols.
right.
Some of them look like art.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
fair enough. It's all right. So it's a legitimate celebration. Okay.
Yes. And your father reminds you that crab is a water animal, and you should excel at this more than anything else.
Yes.
You should be able to make a much better pattern than anyone here, except perhaps for the crab who has not been dishonored.
Wow.
Take a deep breath and just continue. But I really try and make it look better.
Right, okay.
Without looking like I'm trying, I really am like, make a good one.
I need to see a character sheet so I can see the skills.
Design.
That's what I'm thinking.
Uh-oh. I don't think I have any of that.
It's an artisan skill. Design.
Yeah, it's top of the road there.
I would say design
And look at the approaches.
plus water.
Yeah, my chat dad says, "What Stu said."
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. Invent is fire.
It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have any design, so woohoo! Oh, one success
Oh, excellent.
with no problem, with no strife.
I'll go put on the shoes.
Okay.
Does it seem like there's a torch that doesn't have anybody working near it?
Sure.
I'll go over to it and I'll like see the nearest person. And I'll nod and I'll point at the torch like, and like I want to move down the beach.
Yeah.
So I'll take the torch.
Okay.
I'll go carry it down to my part of the beach.
Okay.
I'll stick it in the ground, and then I would like to do a commune with the spirits,
Oh, okay.
like
All
an
right.
actual ritual.
I've got a ringer.
Wow. Call it a dicey roll.
Oh,
So
You get to keep 2.
Great. I get to keep 2. Great success.
You got a couple explodies, but you got to take a whatchamacallit.
And an opportunity, though, too.
Yeah, I could take 2. You know what? I don't have a lot of strife, so I'm going to take 2 great successes
Okay.
and 1.
Mark your strife and then re-roll that die.
And then another success and another strife, but I'll take it.
Okay. All right. So 3 successes, 2 strife.
Yes.
Because you're like fire dude, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
totally.
So this is like
The best.
That's why I was rolling with water.
Right.
Also.
The best.
okay.
He's fire dude. I'm water dude. That's why I'm been assigned to him. So when he
Right.
gets to,
You're like together. You're like lukewarm water.
yeah, together with
You're like Derek Smalls.
Are you looking forward to the tour?
Smalls change.
That's kind of
Smalls
cool.
tank.
I
I told
mean,
you about this.
Yes.
that's kind of neat. We ended up with fire, earth, and water.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
I'm
plan that, or
actually
is that
kind of earthy.
accident?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
By choices I made, like
Uh-huh.
yeah, I have some earth things going on, but
You guys were Earth, Wind, and Fire. You started a band.
right, yeah, we need
You had
to get a
ruin
guest star.
it, man.
We're not that.
Hip.
We don't have enough rhythm. Yeah.
I don't think Earth, Wind, and Fire is hip. at this
You're
point.
wrong.
Okay. Just gonna say.
She's not wrong. They're funk, really.
Whatever's going on now, no one calls hip. that's the key. So yeah, they're totally hip,
Yeah.
but that's not
totally
a current thing.
hip, daddy-o.
Welcome to Kimmy playing with old people.
Right. All right.
I've broken my hip.
That's right.
So everyone everyone's out there working on their things. You start working on your pattern after communing with the water kami and trying to come up with something you think they're going to like.
So with
You got 3 successes, correct?
yes.
Okay.
So can I choose 3 of the choices from
Sure.
this power? Okay. So the first one would be sense the kami, like sort of detects all the spirits around and don't waste it.
Sense the kami.
You're dripping and drooling.
No, the
Waterproof
kami.
table.
all over your computer. All over your
Waterproof
computer.
table.
I know. I see it.
I know, my friend.
All right. So
I don't have anything to wipe with.
sense all of the kami. There are earth kami in the sand, and there's actually a surprising amount of water kami out. I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot of water kami in the ocean.
But in
It's
the
heavily
mo-
populated. This is like a nexus, or
I'll kind of use it as an opportunity to be
layer
like, hey, howdy, I'm visiting. You know,
right.
this is how you doing? Nice to meet you. Gonna be out there tomorrow. Anything you can do to help?
So now,
You
what
also-
is your
Could you not kill me?
so
wanna
your,
die.
your intent? Because intent is important when you start making rolls in this game.
Yes.
Your intent is for the kami to treat you kindly tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And then I might even take a minute and look for some air kami.
There are
Kind of say the same thing, and you know, if something were to happen and maybe they helped the wind find our sails and not other competitors, it'd be nice.
right.
And I could take up smoking to make art for them. I don't,
Right.
That'll produce a fire kami too.
yes.
I would imagine that air kami probably very much enjoy a very well made wind chime because it allows them to play music.
Or a really well-tuned fart.
That too. That's a next stake comment.
I fart like a bosun's whistle.
Sorry, Kimmy, you're playing with boys.
it's
Sorry,
okay.
I took it there. I did.
That's fine. It's not a super dramatic moment.
No.
Us dicking around on the beach is not like
You're right.
Yeah.
It's
a
not
little
like
different.
you've just resolved things with your father. Stork has to fart.
Exactly.
It'll come up. You watch.
Well, yeah.
Now it's
They're
gonna
like-
happen.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be like, you promised us a gift.
Well, it'll come out.
Thank you. And the wind comes up.
Some of my inner warmth.
I like how Stork's fart noise was like the sounds of the apes
Oh,
blowing
that
the
was
horns. Like, yeah, like the hunt.
Right, well, he's a Viking.
Chat room's like, now it's a tainted wind colony.
I didn't even realize it was with the Planet of the Apes
Yeah.
human
Like
hunt. Yeah.
literally tainted. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Well, it depends on if you lean forward or back. Really.
So you're like you're
She
working.
doesn't know. She's a female. No, only we know this stuff. They don't fart. They know. We know. We own the flatulence. Women, they're magical.
own it?
They're like, well, yeah. We play
Why does no
notes.
one pay rent?
Sorry. Carry on.
I can say that Allie no longer considers fart jokes to be funny, but Zachary and I still think they're hysterical.
Yes.
I will make that observation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not draw a broader conclusion, but I will make that observation.
I'm in a house full of women, and none of them admit.
You have no joy when you fart.
No. None at all. I've made that observation.
If you would like, hold it. Come over here.
I am
And
alone.
you'll have a receptive audience.
I am alone. And it's like being at
You're
church.
just gonna be sitting there in the living room watching TV with Zach. Stork just throws up a door with a wild expression in his eyes.
And Zachary and I will laugh hysterically.
And they
Yes.
applaud.
And
And then he
Allie will
goes,
cry.
"Oh my God, I didn't think I could make it. I was all the way at my house.
True.
I just had to drive over here. Like his car crashed into your front gate."
Door flies up.
Exactly.
And then they applaud, and I'm all right. Because at my house, when you fart, it's like being in church. You know why? You're sitting in your own pew. Thank
Yeah.
you for that setup. I appreciate.
Good.
I've been waiting all night for you guys to give me that setup. Thank God. Sorry, Kimmy. We're on
it's
our.
fine,
We're
it's
going
okay.
back.
That's
Here we
all
go.
right.
Here we go. Back on the game.
We're at year 9. I'm used to this.
So you guys,
Fine.
you guys are
I'm gonna get a beer because that was. Whew.
you guys are working on your
Give me a
on
Diet
your
Coke.
on your things, and one of the monks. It looks like maybe a
Or one
senior
of the teas is fine too.
comes by and looks at what you're doing and is like, "Oh, this is very nice."
Well, thank you.
If I'm nearby, I hear that I get a little more competitive and I
Okay.
start trying to do a better job.
Okay, you want to make another roll?
Not really.
She's copying me.
Oh, you can get two. Exploding success. You want to take them all?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well,
That's 3 successes.
yeah, I am.
And 2 strife.
I'm proud. I'm a proud fucking crab. So I get an exploding success and 2 regular successes.
Yes.
So yes.
So 3 successes and 2 strife. Right? It was 2 strife, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. I feel like explosive success should count from.
I know, right? You kind of feel kind of just.
No,
Well, you get to roll that
you get
die
to roll the
again.
die again, and then choose whether or not you're going to keep it.
I know, but
So,
I feel like
and-
it should be like 3 and you get to roll it again. I know.
I agree with you, Kimmy. I agree.
Well, I mean,
It's explosive success,
two
not
successes.
re-roll success.
2 successes is way better than 1, and 3 successes is way better than
That's
2.
true. That's true.
And a lot better than.
I think it's just mislabeling.
And if you look at how many dice you're rolling,
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot.
3 successes
is
is
a
huge.
lot. Yeah. I'm looking at it like, well, in Vampire we roll like 50 dice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, you're right. When you
Well, the
really
word-
look at the ratio of dice to,
Yes.
to symbols, it is more powerful.
And the word explosive has a lot of. And then you're like, all I get to do is re-roll 1.
That's true. They should call it a reroll.
I'm so glad we described like things like that specifically because you can also then learn math from our podcast. 2 is better than 1. It's more than 1.
Right.
3 is bigger than 2.
It's better.
And 1.
Yes.
It's better than bad. It's
It's like
good.
super educational, guys.
No, but I mean, get
In the middle of all our AP games, we have to pause and be like, "All right, now there's 4 bad guys. We killed 2.
how
How
many
many
are
bad
left?
guys do we have left? To group them? Sorry.
We've been drinking, so remind us.
Yes.
We have forgotten. Please help."
It's time to meet Mr. Map.
Yeah.
We'll be like Dora the Explorer. Backpack.
It's the map
time. The map.
That show was
I'm
off the
a
air before I
man.
had kids. So,
The Happy Jack's
All right,
happy
we
landing
are
hour.
drifting. Everybody
Sorry.
focus. Stay
So
on target.
You guys are working. And you start working on yours, and the same monk walks by yours and goes, "I am very impressed. The crab usually do not do well at this."
I glare at my dad. Not like glare, but just like,
That look.
And Odie is glaring at you. He's like, "I should check it."
Oh, see how well he does?
Yes. He's doing okay.
yeah.
He's doing okay. He gets a small compliment, but not as big of a
Yeah.
compliment as you get.
I just kind of smile and nod sagely at him.
So-
Being humble.
You guys are out there working, and you're probably all pretty close to ending, and all of a sudden you hear a bell ring from the monastery, and people start immediately moving and winding their way so they don't step on other people's stuff to the shore, and the peasants seem to be leaving, and the monks are going up, and you see Odie is headed up toward where the monks are as well.
Sure.
Even the monks know you should be crab. Even wearing that ridiculous crane outfit, repent now.
So, you gonna follow them?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And no one even like challenges you or anything when you kind of follow Odie, and he walks into the temple, and there's like a bunch of like little small rooms. They're very humble. This is obviously not what a samurai would normally
Well,
have, but and there's basically little
But
little
it's
beds
dry.
with rolls. It's dry, yeah.
warm.
And it's a ways. It's probably 200 yards away from the water's edge, and everyone just goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Because it's late. I mean, it's probably 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night at this point.
I lay right down and go right to sleep.
Okay.
I don't know. I want to trust him, but he's leading us out here. I mean, we're better to get rid of us than on the water. I see no reason not to trust him. I've given him a gift. He seems honest, but I don't know.
Well, and our new clan compatriot that runs the bar knows him, and he's of some renown. If she
He
brought
is.
him up to see the disgrace,
If he sees us as a threat, though, I'm just saying, this seems awfully.
it seems like the only way he'd see us as a threat is if we threatened his charge.
Maybe by just us showing up, if it's a church, just keep an eye out, would you?
It's a city full of Crane Samurai.
Ask the kami.
We're
what-
the least of the Crane Samurai.
Ask the
here.
kami to keep us safe. Ask the kami to. what they
I
think.
have done.
I
have done.
My
I'm just.
sand art is going to be the tipping point. That's the last straw for him. That might be like sand art.
And this, you guys would know this. The crab right now are on the shit list of Crane, clearly because they've been burning
burning field,
They've been
yeah.
burning fields. This would not. It is remarkable that Crab sent an emissary to this winter court.
I can't tell his motivations. He seems earnest. He seems honest. He's really good with a blade. He's really good at what he does. I'm a Yojimbo. He's a Yojimbo. I'm not sure where his motivations lie. Just listen. Don't take it for granted. I can't finger wiggle. All I can do is keep an eye on him, and my job is to make sure that you're safe. And I doubt everything.
Certainly.
Don't trust anything. Okay? I'll keep an eye on him. You keep an eye on him. But also, better yet, keep an eye on everything else. I mean, if we're a threat, what better way than to dump us all off in the ocean at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I just
Good night.
I don't see a possible motivation.
Curl up and
but
go back to sleep.
You know what? You know what? She didn't tell me I have to stay awake for hours, so I'm taking advantage of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Try to
I'm going
sleep
to
after
bed.
that.
All right.
I feel super safe and like comfortable and at home here.
And I'm totally gonna be like, I'm gonna be excited, and I'm gonna get in my pajamas, and I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna start going to sleep,
Nightcap.
and I'm gonna remember that I forgot to blow out the candle, but then I'll put it out.
Or do you just go?
Yeah, it's very
And
much
the,
that.
and the comic goes. Boop, boop.
Yes.
Put that out for me, would you?
All right. 4 a.m. 2 hours before dawn. Boom, boom, boom.
We grew up in a monastery. That's business as usual.
Nope.
And people are getting up.
I
And
kick him out of his bed.
You can hear the people are shuffling and they're moving with some speed.
For what purpose?
It's race day. Come on, we got a race to go do. Remember,
The race
we're
is
gonna
not going to start before dawn.
This is where we get dumped in the ocean. Come on.
And they're all going down toward the beach where you had been the night before.
To see what has been taken and left behind.
I go like right away with them.
They're all headed toward the same spot of beach where you were doing
As I walk by them, I'm like, "You better hurry."
Hurry to what? The race is not going to start before sunrise.
You are very Phoenix Clan. Just continues.
What kind of race starts before people can see it? Out on the ocean at night, it's pitch black. You can't see a race. What's the point of that? You wouldn't even know if you passed the finish line. It's just darkness.
Who are all these people?
What are you all doing? I'll go back in my room and I'll put on my fisherman outfit.
Okay.
I'm packing up the rest of it and I'm shaking my head.
Put on my snowshoes. Walk outside.
It's like flip, flop, flip, flop,
Right.
flip, flop.
What is everybody doing? out on the beach?
There's a stream of people heading down with torches towards the beach.
Okay. I'll follow along
Okay.
and see what they're
You
doing.
get there, and they're sort of ringed around the area where that was kind of cordoned off, where all the symbols are. And as you approach through the torchlight, you can see that most of the patterns have been completely washed away. There are two that are exactly as they were before high tide. That is yours and yours.
Oh, is that good?
And you're like sort of catty corner to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Around it, made with seashells and etchings in the sand, are symbols that sort of unify the two of them together to sort of enhance and elevate the artwork that you drew. And everyone is sitting there going, "Oh, look what the kami did! Look what the kami did!" And there's like this sort of hushed silence, and people are asking, "Who did that one? Which one did that one? Who did that?" You know, that sort of thing is happening.
I'm going to nod, and I'm going to give you a nod, and then I'm going to
Yeah,
go
I'm
back
gonna.
to bed.
Okay.
You see this angry fisherman slogging his way back up the beach.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my chalkboard and I'm going to draw a picture of that pattern.
Okay. All right. And literally, the intricacy of the like outside pattern that is sort of encompassing the two of them is way more complex than you saw anyone draw when they were there. Mm-hmm. And there's also like seashells that seem to be sorted by size in certain areas to kind of like cause a shadow effect from the torchlight. Yeah.
Nice.
It's kami couture.
Yes. I'm gonna.
So you go back.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I'm gonna be.
Like, I
super
already
pleased
knew
with
the
myself.
kami were cool, and then I went back to bed.
All right.
I wonder what my dad's doing.
Water kami
He's not saying anything.
are
I
always
don't think
cool.
he's saying anything.
Unless they encounter a fire kami.
Oh no, he's no. He's saying something now.
The kami honored your crab symbols. Listen to the kami if you won't listen to your own father.
They're good. They're really good.
All right. So you know, and some people stay up and start working on new symbols right then. The monks, especially, all the monks stay and start working on new symbols.
That's their job.
And then some other people go back to sleep with you, not with you, but
Yeah.
alongside you.
Oh!
So,
Oh my!
so I want to make a nice copy of this thing.
Uh-huh.
But I also want to compare it to a map of the shoreline and see if there is a path that they have given us for,
Okay, all right.
and see if perhaps this
And some
an
character
overlay
I'm going to stay awake. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to
Okay.
assume our crab friend does as well, or does he go back to bed?
No, he goes back to bed. No, Sybil got washed away. Fuck this. Fuck these
Okay.
people. But he does like make sure that he talks to both of you and is like, our victory tomorrow is assured.
So
We didn't see any mantis out here drawn, did we?
No.
So water is my strong point. I would, if you're going to go with artisan design, I think adapt, because what I'm trying to do is adapt their symbols to a map for victory.
I don't even
I'm
see
looking-
adapt under
It's
artisan.
an artisan approach.
Oh, it's an approach.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But here's what I'm thinking. Well, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look at what they gave us as maybe a map through shoals and rocks to win the race.
Okay. All right. You can do that.
I got
Make
shoals
that
and
roll.
rocks.
That would
That's-
only be
So
what?
which approach is
It would be water. It would be adapting.
okay? So
Here's my thought: adapting the symbols to the map to see if it correlates.
water for D6s,
Mm-hmm.
design for D12s.
I have no design. Wow, I got lots of symbols here.
I
There's
see a
one I haven't-
success and
It's
explosive
an
success.
explosive success, a regular success, both with strife, and an opportunity with no strife.
You can keep 3. There's no reason not to keep the opportunity.
This is a lot easier
Oh.
to do this after you've played Age of the
Wars.
Empire.
This is much
So
sim-
much easier. It's like, oh, that's super. That's easy.
So you're saying? So what are you saying? Keep the.
You can keep up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
To keep the success and the explosive success, which at this point counts as a success and always will, you have to gain those strife that are on the dice as well.
I don't actually see an explosive success.
That's the
That's
explosive.
explosive success. That's the second thing right here.
This is just regular success.
That's
Right.
1 sperm, 3 sperm, 6
Explosive.
sperm.
All right.
6 sperm is an opportunity. 3 sperm is an explosive success.
Please. Not helping.
It's bigger than 3. And
But 3 is an opportunity and not a success, which
Right.
is
But it's still bigger than 1.
it is
A higher quantity.
What if I just keep the opportunity?
then you get no successes.
All right.
Successes are the bread and butter of the game.
Yeah.
I get it.
And you buy gifts all the time.
I do. So all right. So fine. We'll keep the 2.
You can keep all 3 because there's no reason
We'll
not
keep
to
all 3.
Okay. Now roll 1 more die because you got an explosive success, and you can either keep this or not keep it. It's entirely up to you.
Another strife and an opportunity.
Opportunity or success?
Opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And a strife.
Yeah. Let's not keep that one. So I've
All right.
already got 2 strife.
All right.
An opportunity. I've already got 1. So that's enough. Yeah.
2 successes, 1 opportunity.
So yes,
And 2 strife.
looking at the pattern, you can discern that there does seem to be a certain path because on your long walk, the Odie had mentioned that there are a couple areas where there's sort of shallow shoals that are very treacherous. And there's also areas where the sand shifts under the water and things from day to day, literally certain parts of the water become shallower or deeper than others.
It's exactly
So
what I was
now
fishing
you're
for.
wondering if
Yeah.
in fact this might be a map to victory.
I'm going to assume that it is.
Okay.
Why would the kami lie? I was raised in a monastery with kami. I've been around magic my whole time. Yeah.
They
There's
can-
no reason they would
Right.
not give this to us if it wasn't true.
Okay.
Unless they thought it was funny.
They are water kami.
Yes.
And water kami love watching people get wet.
They do.
Especially Phoenix.
Right.
However, he did do stuff last night. Who knows? Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is. I'm going to chart out a rudimentary map. Why do you keep doing that?
I'm adjusting your level.
Am I?
Your arms were up, so it was
All
quiet.
right,
Now your
all right,
arms
all
are
right.
down, and it's louder.
Do I need to correct my stance?
No, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm going to create a rudimentary map
Okay.
of where we need to go tomorrow.
All right, okay.
Is it tomorrow or today? Today.
Today.
Yeah.
In several hours.
Yes. And then
a
I'll go to
couple.
him. I'll go to him and say, the
Damn
pattern,
it!
The pattern suggested. Wake up!
Are you serious?
The pattern suggested to me that we
It
need to
is
follow
still
this route.
dark outside.
You're the one that's steering the boat.
Yeah.
Here's a map.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been working on it all day.
Leave it on the
Good.
table.
I'll take it with me. Right.
Okay.
Leave your one means of communication with other people on
I'm
the
gonna
table.
forget if I leave it on the table.
All right.
I'm going to spend my time while he's asleep and while he's drawing maps. I'm going to do the fortune telling thing.
Okay.
Void and
Your fortune telling terrifies me.
so good.
Because if it goes wrong, then it tells Stu that we're fucked.
I know.
That's
I'm going to take one more strife and the explodey. Oh, and one more strife and the
She's pissed at
explodey.
us. She's like,
That's 2 strife.
One more strife
That's
and the
3
explodey. And a success.
So 4 successes,
4 successes
and 3 strife.
and 3 strife.
Right, mark off the strife. Where are you strife-wise now?
Well, I'm exactly where I was. I'm at 6 because I lose 3 strife when I fortune tell, and I gain 3 strife.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
So your previous 3, yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I don't lose or gain any from that roll.
Right.
But I'm at 6
Nice.
from previous.
nice.
Okay.
So, and
well
I
played.
can go up to 10.
Equilibrium,
Yeah.
balance.
I'm keeping very careful count.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
I get to know the future this time.
Huh?
I get to actually know something this time. I'm very
Right.
excited.
Yep.
The what are you doing? Is it
I do
chicken
dice.
entrails or
No,
dice? Oh,
like
you
I have
dice.
like little
Okay.
rolly dice with symbols.
Okay.
Sort of akin.
Get it? It's meta. Get it?
It is. It's a
Hilarious
meta
to
joke.
me. Well, and it's also something I can like carry around very easily in my armor and stuff, so it's not
Right.
like so it's practical as well.
Your
It's very
dice are
crab.
showing.
Yeah,
You
they're
predict
natural.
great success, but a tragedy.
Okay. Okay. I quietly sit until race time, contemplating on that
Okay. All right.
in a very samurai-like manner.
So boom, boom, boom. Sometime around 7 a.m. It's been light for an
there's
hour.
some light outside now.
Yes.
All
It's,
right.
yes. It's day outside at this point.
Civilized time to be awake.
It is a civilized time to be awake.
I'll hand him his tea.
Okay.
Come on, it's time to go. I got a map. This is going to be great.
A map.
Remember I told you about... never mind.
I'll go to the front door of the monastery and I'll look out at the shoreline. I'll look at his map. I'll look at the shoreline. Kind of compare and contrast.
All you have to do is steer. I'll tell
Commit
you where
to-
to go.
I'll be steering, but you'll probably be doing other things with your hands than telling me, 2 degrees to the port. I wouldn't even know what that means. It just sounded nautical. So, just let's...
Finish your tea and let's go.
Yes.
What? I'm sorry. What was our friend's name?
Odie?
Odie. Yeah.
Odie.
Sorry. I'm gonna seek him out before like race time.
Sure. Yeah, he's like in the same area that
Yeah.
you guys are in. I congratulate you on your artistic endeavor last evening. That is a great honor.
Due to your leadership and good choice in a crew.
I'm told by the monks here that often several years will pass before the kami will leave art on the beach.
Well, it is a fine omen indeed. And while this is happening, my dad's yelling, "How dare you listen to these inert pieces of bone when your own father denies himself a place in the celestial heavens to lead you back to your proper place of the crab."
That
Amazing.
is the honor and sacrifice of a crab.
It is.
Right
Yes.
there.
Right there. He has.
I'm denying my place in heaven to ensure yours.
Who's that?
Gen Human's.
Gen
doing
Human's
most of
like
it.
owning this all
Other
night
people,
long.
Other people can like pitch in. I don't. It's not just Gen Human, but he's nailing it. He's doing very well. So while I'm like trying to stay calm, like this is yelling at me, I did want to bring to your attention that I have cast the die this morning, and I have seen great success in our future, but also a great tragedy.
Oh,
So
perhaps that tragedy is the humiliation of the mantis.
perhaps, but
Whose tragedy is it? Do you know?
there's no way to know. But I do think it is one of ours, for I think that my dice would not see the mantis humiliation as a tragedy. But I would like you, as our captain, to move forward with that knowledge, think it may be best not to mention it to the Phoenix, for they seem wavering in their feelings of this day already. But I will leave that to you.
I shall lead them with a stern hand.
Stern hand on the
Wise.
stern. I get it. I know. It's a nautical joke.
But I leave it to your leadership, as you've already shown to be quite capable. For I think that your choice is as much to as responsible for the success of the art on the beach last night as anyone else's.
And I do believe that I have chosen the crew well.
I agree with you. I was most surprised that the Phoenix did join in us, but I believe that the art last night has shown me that my wavering faith has been misplaced.
Indeed. Very well. I shall awake the slow one.
Yes. Well, you know, the Phoenix, they are like flames. They tend to waver in wind and wave at any breeze.
And blow out and fall asleep for hours at a time.
I think that may just be that particular Phoenix, but yes.
So as you're like getting his tea and you guys are getting ready, he comes up and he says, "Are we ready?"
I nod.
What time is the race?
Oh, we must hurry. We have less than an hour to get there.
Ah! I'll be with you in a moment.
I hand him his tea.
Close the door. Start putting on the fisherman's garb again.
Just the Gordon's fisherman.
But this time I'm gonna put my what's the actual term? Sanctified robe beneath.
Okay, all right.
So the flames, and put the sunglasses on the back of my head, put the hat on,
Spike up the hair.
spike up the hair real good.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
That was funny.
Guy Ferretti.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I've been implying with the
Why do people
sunglasses.
hate Guy Ferretti, by the way?
I don't think anyone hates him. I think he's awesome.
Oh no, there's tons of people that hate him.
People hate him, and I don't know why. Kid
Oh, yeah.
shows up at people's houses telling him how great they made food. I don't know what the deal is, but
This
show.
is off the hook.
right,
Yes.
right.
I love Guy Ferretti.
Gotta love him.
Did
So
you guys see the meme passed around today?
What?
Dungeons and Drives and or
I
whatever.
did, yes.
When it's got the
Dungeons
dragon,
and Dragons and
the
Drive-ins and Dives.
and it's got like the dragon from the old.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
like
got-
modified with like the hair and the glasses on it.
well, I was going to share it for later, but
Oh, okay.
Mac basically sent it to me saying, "This is my next game: Dungeons, Diners, Dragons,
Yeah.
Drive-ins, and Dives."
It's been all over Twitter all day.
And
It's amazing.
it's Guy Ferretti, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
there
he is.
you go.
Anyway, with the Elmore. So I hand him
Off
his
the hook.
I hand him his tea and I say, if you have anything that we can do with air commie and water commie, please let's do it. I have a map to get through the shoals. Let's just do this together and let's get out of here. And I'm going to keep an eye on him. You should keep an eye on him too. But we need to get through this. This is a test. It's a
Well,
setup.
It is a competition, as most competitions
Yes,
are.
right. It's just a competition. Mm-hmm. Layers.
Let's go. Does it seem like? I just about to ask the GM question, but
Right?
silly.
Does it seem like? Oh, wait, the jam's
Yeah.
gone.
Well, whatever. We march for the boat.
We do so.
I ca-
Go ahead.
I kind of want to differentiate between when I mechanically do something magical and when I just do it for story purposes.
Like when we talk, like we throw up a weird hand when you're mechanically doing something or something.
No, but like, cause like,
I think you can just say that.
I know, but like, there is no rule in the at least in this beta book about like just casual use of magical effects.
Yeah.
It's like, no, here's the skills you have. These are the effects you get, and I'm like, it doesn't really make sense that a Shugenja would be like, I can only do 3 things.
Well, yeah. I think the part of it is the beta, so it's very limited options
Yeah.
at the
It
moment.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Playing the Shugenja briefly when we did our thing too, I was really not put out, but it's really hard to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and not just that Stu's a stingy GM, but you basically have to like find a scroll, learn it, make a roll to see if you learn it.
Well,
and if you don't succeed,
you know what, though?
or you go to your
Yeah.
school,
Commune with Kami
Yeah, that's how
is
I
a
learned
does a
stuff.
really
lot of-
handy thing.
it
Yeah.
can help, but it's still you still need.
I mean, if
the
you have a dick
spells.
GM who's going to say, "Oh no,
Yeah.
this Kami doesn't know anything,"
Right.
that's
Yeah.
one thing. But I mean, the ability to go in and talk to the pervasive spirit things that exist.
We're talking about learning new spells.
Right.
Right,
Wa-
but you have
weren't
to, but the problem is you can't think of it as spells, and it took me
Right.
a little while
Well,
when I was
yeah.
a Kumi to do that too. Like you can't think of it as you casting a spell. You were basically praying and asking. You have to think of it more like a cleric than like a mage.
right.
Yes.
So you're basically asking the spirits to do something, and that I think there's only one. I can't remember exactly, but I think most of the skills I learned as a Kume as we went were from the Kami.
Right.
Like they were from different, like from communing with them and stuff like that. So that was I think how I learned almost everything because we were on the road so much.
Right.
So yeah, I mean part of it is like don't have a dick GM who's like, no, you have to go to the library
Right.
and read it.
Right.
But
I think, like,
Yeah.
in mechanical terms, I kind of wish that Shugenja got something that was sort of like
A
the
sword.
D&D prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just sort of a universal thing that doesn't... It's not able to do anything mechanically effective, but it's just to generally do magic-y things for story reasons.
Right.
that makes
Like...
sense.
Isn't that kind of what Commune with Kami is?
That's what I used
Yeah,
it
but
for a
that's
lot.
sort of like a ritual, and in this, it has a very specific list of things you
Right.
can do.
Oh, okay. That's
with
what
it.
we used it for in 4E. I used
Yeah.
Community Kami for every generic thing. Like, I want to find out if there's food over there. Like, that's what I did all the time. Interesting. Okay.
So it's kind of a, like I kind of wish that there was that, because there's a lot of times when we're playing that I'm like, it'd be really cool if I could just do something.
Would you
Right.
just roll with, like, that ring or something?
They're not mages, though.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
They're not mages.
Right, and everything takes a while to figure out too.
Yeah.
Right.
Except for J Strike.
He's gonna, like,
All right.
knock you.
So you guys are heading back towards Mitsubishi Joshi, and you can see there's a bunch of mantis out, like on their boats, like going around, just sort of like meandering along.
Showing
the wind
off.
the wind is a little it's a little blustery. It seems like good winds for this sort of thing.
Just seem like they're out there scouting it out, like to cheat.
No, it's like they're out there like just sort of like tacking against the wind or something. It's sort of like
Warm-ups.
seagulls sitting there playing in the wind.
They're warming up.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And
They're showing off their mantis.
and Odie kind of runs over and talks to a crane samurai and points to the three of you.
Is it like
and
the harbor master?
basically, and he points to a boat and he motions for you and it's basically kind of like a catamaran.
Oh, all right.
There's two floats and there's sort of a structure between the two of them. You have two sails. You have a jib and you have a mainsail. So
That explains it. It's a jib and a mainsail.
The jib sends in really long emails.
It is a much longer sail.
It is.
but narrower.
Yeah.
And,
Very focused.
Yes.
Just long.
right. and the four of you push the thing out and you head out into the water.
Is there like a strap, seat belt?
There is not. There is nothing like that.
You don't want that.
Who is piloting? You're a pilot.
I am.
Okay. You have a rudder.
Yes.
You have a stick
Yes.
that you can turn one way or the other.
Like Stork assaulted the dog.
No.
He just,
He opened the door and it scared the dog.
They're out there like whining and banging.
You know what? You can barely hear it on the,
Yeah,
on the
you can.
podcast. The problem is there's no kids in the house.
Yeah.
Right? Because the kids are camping.
yeah.
So the dogs are like, oh my God, we're so
All the
lovely.
people.
You can let them in if you want, but I don't know.
No,
if
I
that's a
think
good
that's
idea.
a terrible idea with all the wires.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you guys sort of head out, and I need to see a character sheet.
seafaring is a trade
Seafaring.
skill.
That's the thing.
Make a seafaring roll.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Well, with what ring?
Water.
No. You can hope and dream. Maybe it would be something else. Explosive success.
With
One strife.
a strife. And what is
Regular
that?
success.
Strife.
So you're going to take the 2?
What are we doing? What specifically are we doing? Just general sailing?
You're learning how to sail.
Oh. Yeah. No, I do. I take that.
Okay,
extra
so take
strife.
2 more strife. Where are you strife-wise? You're taking a ton.
The ocho.
6, 7, 8. Yeah.
What is your composure?
10.
Oh, it is. Wow. Okay, all right.
I have
Okay.
a lot of earth.
Right.
I am earth.
Okay, and when Stork gets back, I'll have him make
Okay.
a similar roll as well. You want to make one?
No?
Go ahead. Seafaring in water. I'm sure your water is what, 1?
My water's 2, thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
I actually kind of do want to get to the max just to see kind of how that works with the game and character. I'm like, 2 opportunities.
I take the opportunity to learn how to sail.
Nice.
I will allow you to give Stork's character an extra skill die if you want for the two opportunity.
Yeah, that's a good.
Sure.
Okay. Because I don't know what else to do with them.
I
I
should
think
have used to
that's-
help a player before I rolled.
Yes.
Okay.
So Stork,
Well, I guess I could add it after I roll.
You have to have 2. Do you have 2 to add a skill dice for something you have no skill in?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I've got
you
5.
can
Yes.
Oh, you do?
yeah, you
Oh,
can do
shit.
that. Go ahead and roll an extra skill
I
die.
had 4 left over.
Roll
from
that
last game.
D12. Rock that D12.
I don't think I wrote them down. Oh, yeah, nothing. Blank.
Yeah, that's a problem with these dice.
That's the thing.
You could win,
Dice with blank
could
sides on them.
lose.
See,
I'm
yeah.
kind of against it. I'm
I
kind
think
of
it's kind
against
of
it.
fun. It's like, aw. I actually am like, I
There's
am
a
very partial
comedic
to
element.
The system.
There's a comedic element
Yeah.
to it. You get to make a seafaring water roll,
Excellent.
and you get to add a free skill die because
right now?
I provided opportunity for
your
you to learn.
your pilot spent his 2 opportunity. He got no successes on allowing the next person to get.
Pulling out a bunch of dice here, so I'm going to have to figure out what I need to do. All right,
You-
so what do I need to do?
What's your water?
My water is 3.
So 3 D6s,
Right?
1 D12.
And well, unless you have
I had a
seafaring.
couple from
Do you have
last-
seafaring?
I have
skill.
seafaring.
I don't know.
I'm no, I don't have seafaring.
Okay.
You
Go
have
ahead and
Bible
roll.
I have
players?
a dot
I have
there.
3 now.
3, okay.
And then he gave me.
I think I
He gave you the skill die,
All right.
and you can keep 3,
Nice.
up to 3.
Wow, 2 explosive successes, 1 regular success, all have strife and a blank.
So I
You can keep up to 3.
Yeah, you can re-roll those if you keep them.
You can keep your 3 successes and make 2 re-rolls.
3 successes is a lot.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
but
let's
you
keep-
get to re-roll.
Yeah, you should re-roll those,
You
just
get
in
to
case you
re-roll
don't
the
get
ring
struck.
dice anyway, and then elect to keep them or not.
All right.
There's no
No penalty to this.
There's no
Okay.
penalty to re-rolling.
Yeah,
If it's a bad roll, you just say you're not going to keep
there you
it.
go. So,
now you
4
get-
So you get
successes.
4
4
successes.
successes.
and
But it could be 5 successes
If
and
you wanna
another
take one more
strife,
strife.
and a reroll.
No, I can't do 5 successes or 5 strife.
Okay.
Wait.
Where are you
5
at?
successes.
No.
What's the strife?
Earth
be it-
plus fire.
Oh no. How much? How
Times
much
2.
strife are we up to?
Well, it's
up
individual.
to you.
if you
No,
take,
no.
if you take that one, it will be 2.
No.
Total?
3,
3, 4.
4.
4 if you take that one.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing all these strife?
Because
His
these
original
were
2 had
original.
strife.
They
Oh,
had
okay, all right. No, I thought just one of them had
No,
strife.
they all
Okay,
did.
all right.
So that would take me up to
What do you got strife for right now?
at 2. So that takes me up to 6. My composure is 6. So that puts me at an outburst.
At 6, that means you're going to have an outburst.
Right. So I'm not going to go with 5. We'll go with
4.
4.
Okay.
That'll put me just at the bottom of the
Well, you
outburst.
can, no, if you don't take this die, you'll only take 3. And you'll still have 2 successes.
Oh, okay.
No, you still have 3 successes.
3 successes.
4 successes.
4. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have 4 successes,
4 successes.
and 3 strife.
and 3 strife.
And 3 strife, which takes me to 5.
There you go.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm saying.
Okay.
But
So,
I'm really, really stressed.
very clearly, whatever happened last night with the water commie and the stuff and him writing down the water commie's thing, suddenly Kazuki completely groks sailing. He's like, no, this sail needs to go this way. It's like the air commie imparted knowledge to him. And you guys start going through the course and sailing around, and you're like passing all of these mantis, and you're passing all of these crane, and there's like one mantis ship that you can tell the guys on board are fairly high ranked. Not daimyos or anything like that, but fairly high ranked. And you're like head to head, and you like just barely get ahead of them as you get past the finish line. And you are victorious.
Oh, this was the real race.
This is the real race.
Oh my God! I thought we were just practicing and learning.
No.
Oh, I was like, wow, that was a really good practice run. Now we're gonna fuck it all up.
I navigated my way through the shoals. People are stuck on sandbars that weren't there before.
It's
There's
9:44.
people that are capsized.
So you finish the race, and Odie, tears streaming down his face, rushes out, jumps off of the catamaran onto the shore, lands on his knees, and screams to the sky, "I have avenged you, my brother!" Even though he had really very little to do with it.
Right. His leadership.
He started the crew. Like, even when Professor X stays at the mansion, everybody still calls him the X-Men.
It's not the Wolverine man or the Jean Grey man. Yeah, it's X-Men.
The
The commie are showing you. Oh, you
Go ahead.
No.
The commie are showing you the way to live is as a crab does in the water. Follow their teachings. Return to crab!
I love it so much. Oh my God.
Jenny Human again, right? He's embodying.
He is. He has.
He's totally channeled Stu's thought process on this.
Absolutely.
There, an alarm starts sounding from Murasabishidoshi. You're 50 yards away from the wall. From the southern gates.
Yeah, I
What
immediately
kind of
react and
alarm?
start running towards that way.
What was that you said? What was that she said about success and failure?
I didn't tell you any of you that.
Oh, never mind.
Boom, boom.
Well, I mean, will we know what kind of alarm that is?
It's an alarm. It's an alarm. It's something bad.
Could be
There
fire.
isn't a universal, like, this is the noise we ring on the bells for fire. This is what we do when there's an air
That's
raid.
actually a
This-
good point. That's a good point.
Okay.
If it's a fire, it's a different tone. I get that.
It's not the fire tone. It's not the air raid tone.
Oh,
It's a different tone.
dirty bomb.
I have my.
Yes.
Yes.
I had we probably had our swords still.
Oh, absolutely. You have your swords.
But I probably put mine on my back to be on the boat. I have drawn my sword and I'm running towards.
I love that yours are on.
Yeah, not usually, but for being on a ship, I wouldn't have them like.
all of the
Love
all
that.
of the crane crews are running the same direction.
Yeah.
The mantis are like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And they're not just kind of hanging out on the beach because they're surfers.
Yeah. I grew up on the wall, so I know when shit like that sounds, something is bad.
I never put that together, but I'm now making a mantis surfer. Wow, it's gonna be totally crushed.
Right.
Wow, man, we totally got turtles. Check out the little squid.
So you run into the city, and people are like just standing around looking at each other, and no one knows what's going on.
Where's the alarm coming from? From the keep?
Yes.
I will shed the fisherman's garb and run into the keep.
Okay. All right. You run up to the keep.
Oh, well, yeah.
And there
Probably
are
guards.
There are guards. They see you. They see that you're Crane. They let you pass without.
I probably look like Phoenix.
Oh, that's right. You're wearing the thing. They bar you from entering.
Rushed here in a hurry. Old robe. Just trying to help. Crane now. Inukai Valley. What can we do?
They say Inukai shall not pass.
All right.
None.
Everything okay in there?
What do I see when I'm past the gate?
You're wearing Inukai robes. They bar you.
Oh.
They're letting Crane go through. They're not letting Inukai go through.
Great.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm going to go back to the White Ashen Stone
Okay.
quickly.
As you're leaving, you hear one of the guards tell someone who's they're letting through that Asahina Kobe has been killed.
I knew that shit was going to go bad when she showed up.
And we'll end it right there.
Things are just getting good. We want a sailing race.
Did we deliver that paper to her yet? We did.
I did not.
Yay for us for getting stuff.
I was No, I
okay.
left it to dry. She requested I leave
That
it to
is
dry, and then we
100%
hustled off
true.
to join the sailing
I am
adventure.
5 for that. Nice. My father says, if you were garbed properly, you would be effective. Repent our way, become crab once more. Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
Any feedback?
No.
Yeah, you got to help us when we have to make these rolls. It's tricky. This
I
whole-
help you.
I wrote notes.
I got it.
I
got
wrote
it.
notes.
That's all. No, you're doing great.
I need to have my own skill list. So I don't have to borrow character sheets.
So,
And I need to write the skills and the approaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know what those
Yeah,
are.
I think and we'll grok it eventually. It's just
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot of variables.
Yes.
Well,
Assuming it hasn't changed since the
Yeah.
updates.
Yeah. Well, and we need to remember the dice thing, because I remember when we played at Edge of the Empire, it's very similar. Like, sometimes we did like the come up with a story advantage, but a lot of times you just got a dice that you could pass around, and that's really
You
great
can
too.
do that. There's not as much story stuff in this dice mechanic as there is in Edge of the Empire.
Right.
No, I actually like picking the dice that I want to use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of this FFG stuff is like, nope, you're stuck with what you rolled, and you're like, mm.
No, but you actually this is
And the
roll
GM
and
is the
keep.
same way. Yeah.
They kept the roll and keep
Yeah.
part of the mechanic,
From 4E.
I like that
4th
because
edition, it's not 4E.
which is nice because you can say no.
Yes.
I'm not going to keep the 4 dice of my ring. I'm only going to keep 2 because I don't want this extra
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
You have that opportunity, which I actually
I think that's a big
is much
improvement.
better.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah,
it
I like
working.
it
I see how that's working out now, and it's easier on the GM too. It's like, great, I have to come up with 10 different opportunities. Yeah.
So you
And-
succeeded, and something terrible happened, and then something really awesome happened,
right.
or
Whatever it is. Yeah.
And a lot of the skills have like here's what you get with opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. I love that. It's like
It's not just
you spend it on specific stuff.
what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Well, let me
It's-
ask you this: the whole map thing, did that come out of my suggestion,
Yes.
or did that come out of you had it planned originally?
No.
Because I rolled the opportunity and we just
You
rolled
rolled
with it.
you rolled it. You got a good roll, so we just went.
Was that fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I
fun on
actually,
your point too.
I actually had anticipated that you would lose that race,
Okay.
but with actually leveraging what you're doing on the sand with the kami,
And rolling well.
that makes well, and
Yeah.
rolling well, and then when you came up with had the fantastic roll, it's like, no, they're probably going to win.
So let me ask you this: does that make the game weirder for you?
No.
Is it more fun? Is it?
It was,
All right, so I have a suggestion.
yes.
So one of the things that we've talked about doing for the Patreon is recording like after videos.
Uh-huh.
Do we want to stop this conversation right now and record an after video for about 5 to 10 minutes about this, and then post it for our Patreon people?
We can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. Please join us in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We'll be back on
Return to
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be returning to Sundays. The only reason we changed to Saturdays tonight because we all are going to be at a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
Speak for yourselves.
All right, well-
I'll be playing a pirate game on the internet.
Well, 3/4 of us will be playing that.
Thieves.
Check out
The beta.
check out happyjacks.org/schedule, and I think we're ready.
I'm going to do the thing.
Okay.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.